All right, we are back, huh? We're back at the 9 Club, everybody. Today, we have two very special returning guests. Mr. Paul Rodriguez and Spanish Mike are with us. How are you guys?
Lovely.
Can't complain.
Wait, do you Mike Cusinelli, right?
Yeah, but I go by Spanish Mike.
But
I mean,
is it weird when people call you just Mike?
no, not really.
Okay.
I don't mind.
We call him Mike all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But you should never get introduced as I'm Mike Cusinelli.
Nah.
Mike
weird.
Cusinelli, everybody, in
I
the
don't know.
building.
I guess maybe in like the next 10 years, I'll try to go by that.
Oh, when you get older?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Nicknames seem to stick, though.
Yeah, they
Nicknames
do.
seem to stick.
Yeah.
I just be saying Spanish sometimes.
Yeah.
I always call you Spanish.
It's
man.
either Spanish or just Mike or Mikey. But
True.
to hear his full name did sound weird.
It is weird.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
who the hell are you talking about?
But hey,
Cusinelli.
Spanky went from Spanky to Kevin.
Yeah, but I think he
I
still
still
gets...
call him Spanky. I
Okay,
mean,
yeah.
in my mind, in my heart, when I see him, it's just, what up, Spank?
Oh, it's a great conversation. SHS, what does it stand for?
Silence.
If you're going to do it anywhere, this might be
this
the
might be the
right
right
platform to do it on.
Well, you let me know when you're opening up for some investors. And
Oh, here we go.
Inside joke.
Always bringing
Inside
up.
joke.
Yeah. How you, dude? Mike, Spanish Mike, is it? Man, listen, you're living your dream, huh? Oh, This is crazy.
I really
Sitting
am.
next to Paul Rodriguez, worshiping him as a little kid, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think how much time has went by, and then now we're talking about it. But
What does that mean?
this is what's entertaining.
Was that a riddle?
Think about
Was that
how
a
much
riddle?
time has went by, and now we're talking about it.
it's not like that. It's just
We
like
were talking about it then, and look at all the time that went by, and the talking is continuing.
I just think that it's crazy when you put your mind to something like passionate, you can become successful at it.
For sure.
No
And I
doubt.
think I think you still in your mind have a long way to go with that, but in terms of like, I mean, look where you are, right? And then we're talking about a little kid in the East Coast watching these skate videos, driving out to Boston to be in the Hot Chocolate Tour, the Street Takeover. Like you were all in as a little kid.
Yeah, I guess I was determined since I was a kid, but I didn't realize I was like so passionate without being, like annoying. I don't know. Maybe the annoyance of me being annoying turned my passion into becoming where I'm at. I don't know. Maybe.
No, you're right. That's definitely what it is.
Right?
No, I don't know what you're trying to
know, I
say.
feel-
This is what I love the most about him, and this is like my favorite thing because he makes no sense, but yet you know what he's trying to say.
Sure.
Yes.
Like I've been around him long enough. I speak Mike, so like he's making no sense, but I know exactly what he's saying.
It's almost like these
so
riddles that are coming out. You got to kind of decipher them and put them all together.
I've decided that it's because his mouth moves faster than his thoughts,
Right.
and there's a disconnect in the middle there.
I can agree. It's true, though. I'm talking faster than I'm thinking.
Here's the thing. Because a lot of people, you guys have good banter. It's like best friends bantering
Yeah.
nonstop, and I think a lot of people maybe take that the wrong way who don't really know that.
For
And
sure.
I'm sure you get a lot of like comments like, I don't know what why are you talking to Mike that way? Blah blah blah. You bullying him or whatever. You know.
It happens.
But I feel like now with your YouTube channel, I feel like that's people are opening up to see. Oh, this is what it's.
Yeah, I
it's
hope
their
so.
friendship.
Yeah, I hope
That's
so.
a little brotherly love, bro.
Like even this morning with the video we just dropped right now, by the way, freshly dropped video that we just dropped right now. Like
I'm here
when
right
he
now.
was showing me the edit, I was like, "Yo, can you take that one part?" Because in this one part, I kind of shoot him off like jokingly, like, "How long you need to get ready?" He's like, "Oh, like 15 minutes." Okay, go. And then like covered the camera, but like I had him take it out because I was like, it just looks like I'm being mean, but like,
Right.
it just being around him, like I can't. It just brings the sarcasm out of me, and
For
like
sure.
and when you see how he like when he you know what he's trying to say, but he's like stumbling and fumbling it up. It's so hard for me not to just like
to get him.
just enjoy it and laugh at it and fuck with him.
But I think also, but he does give it back to you as
Yeah,
well,
of course.
too. So
Yeah. No, don't worry. Like it's
don't worry. Don't worry about it.
It's reciprocated.
Yeah.
If he's gonna throw shots, I'm throwing shots back.
Yeah, it's that's just our relationship, and I'm sure most people like the better you know someone, the more comfortable you are at like.
Totally. I mean, I know what with Kelly, it was the same thing when we started this show. It was this like banter of, and I would get called out a lot too. Like, you're being so mean to him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, off camera, like we're good friends.
Yeah,
like
it's just our relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I've been a lot nicer to you lately.
Just lately.
Yeah, just lately.
Yeah.
It becomes a sport too. Like then you're looking for like the like witty thing to say. Like, I don't know. I find it fun to like find that witty comment to like.
If he can zing me and I get that was good. I'll take it. You know what I mean? If I can zing him, he does the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Any one of us, to be honest.
Yeah, everybody picks
You
and
gotta
chooses their
respect
moments.
a good zing.
Yeah, you got to.
And I think people just need to realize, like, that's what friends do, right? I mean, we all just go back and forth and banter. Ours just happen to be on a public scale, right? Where somebody just tuning in for the first time is like, that dude's an asshole.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely get self-conscious of that. Because I get way too comfortable, like we're just best buds. So like
the camera becomes invisible.
Yeah, he'll be
too,
filming and I'm not thinking about him filming and I'm literally just acting like normal, which is how you get really good content when people are like completely themselves. But at the same time, like I forget like people are going to see this, and so I get a little too comfortable and a little too.
Yeah, I already knew.
Well, actually, I wouldn't say too comfortable or too this and that. It's just that. I'm just being how we are, but I guess I'm not thinking about how somebody on the outside would perceive it.
Yeah.
I think you gotta put all that stuff in though. If you're gonna make these YouTube videos they are just a daily life type videos and it is your guys' banter. I think like people want to see that. And it makes it for a better
we
video.
Hope so. We think it's funny.
It really does.
Yeah.
Well, so you started your YouTube back up like pretty consistently. What started that all of a sudden? Because you were kind of quiet on it. It was Mike.
Yeah. Ever since, he moved in with me, he's just been on top of me about like, dude, bro, we got to get your YouTube going. We got to get your Instagram, this and that. And like, it's something that's been there and like I've had the platform, but like, I'm sure as many other skaters can relate, like, it takes job. It takes a lot of effort, and
really
when you're
does.
trying to focus on your skating and everything else, like I barely just got my first laptop computer this year, so like it's not like I'm gonna be on there editing and
congrats,
doing all this
dude.
Stuff. Thank you.
Did you get a Dell? What did you get?
No, it's a Mac.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
But we were listening to
you.
Adele on the way here. That's actually the truth.
So you just got it started. You got YouTube started.
It just takes a lot of work, and then
Yeah.
he was already working with me filming skate wise, and then just our dynamic together everywhere we go. People are like, "You guys need a show. You guys need a show," because all we're doing is talking shit to each other nonstop. And everywhere we go, everyone, you guys need a show. You guys need a show, and so he just starts filming all the time, and then we just start saying, "Fuck it, man! Like, who cares what people think? Let's just put it out there. Let's see what happens."
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
But sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, but you do have certain little things like the life reset thing,
Yeah.
which kind of like...
But that was just spontaneous in that moment. Like that moment where it started, it was just a spontaneous thing.
but that kind of blew my mind because, yes, it was spontaneous, but I don't know that watching. Maybe I was like, oh,
like,
maybe they had
wasn't
that
like
plan.
we're gonna plan a series out, or
Right.
Like no, that was just like me genuinely being fed up with myself in that moment.
But I feel like you had the gnarly knee injury. You had the gnarly rehab going on. And when I say gnarly, it was just like a lot, right? It was like every day. You were working
Every day,
hard
yeah.
to get back on the board. And I just kind of felt like, I was like, damn, did P-Rod really bring it down a couple notches and, not eating well anymore, not sleeping well? I was kind of shocked because I know you to be a healthy dude.
Yeah, I mean, straight up let myself go these past 3-4 years.
What do you think? Why?
Well, a few reasons, really. One reason I think is, thank God, I've been in the game so long, just that grind of staying focused and really trying to be your best and try to be your best in contests, best at video parts, demos, tours, and try to be your best for that sustained amount of time intentionally, I think I was burnt out and I didn't realize it. I didn't understand that I was burnt out. And then when I got hurt, it gave me time to realize that when I was laid up and realized like, damn, bro, like.
Plus, on top of your hurt, and you want to get back on the board as quickly as possible.
Well, yes, but at first, my knee-jerk reaction was, I'm going to get back. But then as I had time to lay there was more... No pun intended. Yeah. But as I had time to lay there was times where I was like... Where I had to, like, admit to myself, like, you know what? Like, I don't mind just chilling
Had a
right
good
now.
run.
Like, I'm not really that motivated right now to get to it. So I had time to analyze, like, yeah, dude, I think I'm burnt out. But then I had enough time off the board to like let it settle and like regain the fire. And then another reason would have been during the pandemic, I was in a really long relationship for like 7 years. And before that, I had a little amount of time before I was in another really long relationship for 7 years. So I was like, since I was a teenager all the way till I'm like mid-30s, I'm in a really long relationship. And when I became single, I was like, man, you know what? I've worked hard all this time. It's okay if I want to like have a little free time and enjoy myself, and it's okay to enjoy the fruits of my labor.
Yeah.
And I would go out with the guys. I would just be saying, who's doing something tonight? And I'm going out every night. All of a sudden,
You never hit me up. I would have.
You're not going out, dude.
Oh, that's right.
I was here very often. No, I was kidding. So then I'd be, going out with the fellas, having a good time, having people over at the house, just kind of just living that bachelor life, And so I got into the habit of that, and just kind of like not really, even though at that time, like physically my knee was back, it was kind of like my second priority was like, focus on skating. It was just kind of like, you know what, dude, since I've been 12 years old, so I've been 35 years old, I've been so
Focused.
locked in on this, like, I just wanted to have fun. I just was like, I just want to have fun without, just
Without being tied down.
without being tied down, without having to like respond to anyone. It was my first time I ever lived alone. I was living alone. Like I was just like, I'm an adult, and I haven't been like.
You're a bachelor.
Yeah, I hadn't been a bachelor since I was 19. So I was just like, let me just have fun.
If anybody deserves it, you do, bro.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it, but that's what I kept telling myself. And I'm like, I earned this. I earned my right to just lay back and take my foot off the gas. But then there would still be that part of me like, yo, what are you doing, bro? Like, yo, like, you're going to just let it slip away? You're just going to, that's it? Like, you got nothing more to prove? And then, so I'd be battling. I'd have these moments where I'd like, all right, I'm getting my shit together and like, be focused for a few weeks or whatever. And then, all right, hell yeah, I was good for a few weeks. Time to have fun. Then now I'm going off for a few weeks. And then it's this big teeter-totter that I'm going through,
And I think that's probably when you were just like, okay, enough. I need to really get this back together.
I mean, I've had a lot of those moments so far, but in that moment, while we were filming, he was just filming, and I just could not 360 flip this little gap. Like, it was just, and it was like horrible. My body was always hurting because, I tell you in the video, but it's just, it finally all came to me. Everything is going on in my head. I'm feeling so, and I just finally was like, come here, film me, because I've told you this before. I need some type of accountability. I
think people use YouTube, Instagram. They use a lot of that stuff for accountability.
For sure.
Yeah, and I need to stop oversharing and spewing out my emotions and shit like that. But
no,
but in that moment, it was like literally a spontaneous. Like, I feel like I just want to fucking explode and disappear. I just like, so I was like, that's it, because they, people who are close to me have been telling me for a couple years now, like, yo, dude, like, reel it in.
Oh, seriously?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's hard to listen. I mean, sometimes,
Were your close people was telling you that?
Multiple close people, yeah.
Was there a reason? Did Mike moved in around that kind of same time? Was there a reason for like kind of that?
No, Mike's only been in since last October. So this coming in a couple days, it'll be a full year.
Do you think that since he's moved in, you've moved differently in skate wise? Like you've gotten more focused on it, other than that video.
In patches, it's still been approximately the same, but in patches.
Yeah. I mean, it must be cool to have a friend there that
I'm
can
hot
help
and
you.
cold,
Yeah.
Like,
but like, hey,
of course, it's great having that friend there.
Yeah, because you said you lived alone for a while. Like,
yeah, I lived alone for 2 years.
Yeah.
I had my daughter half the time, but
sure,
the other half, I'm completely alone. in a fairly nice size home, and it just like feels empty. But early on, that first year or two, I was like, man, this is awesome. I'll walk around naked if I want to. Just like just whatever, like just this is cool.
I mean, you can still do that if you
Yeah.
want.
I can.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure Mike would get
Mike don't mind.
Yeah, he'd get a kick out of
but
it.
but
I'll
at
be
some
there
point, I definitely started like feeling lonely at some point, and then it was just like it wasn't healthy to me wanting to be focused, because all I would be doing is trying to see more so like what people are doing, so I didn't have to be at home alone and just be out, and then it just it was a whole thing.
I feel like you are the type of dude that needs to stay busy. I feel like you need some stuff to do.
I tell this dude all the time, like I'm like, bro, I'm bored.
Yeah.
I'm bored. What should we do? Like, let's do something. I'm bored.
But that's the best though. If you have an access to your own channel and you want to film some stuff, like you got the dude right there.
Yeah.
You got Mike. Just pick up the camera and let's go. You're bored. Let's
Yeah.
film something.
Yeah. So basically, since right around that life reset time, we realized, like, oh wow, I think like, unbeknownst to us, like people were relating to it and like tuning in, and like everywhere we're going, people were mentioning to us and like, oh, we're watching. I was like, oh shit, like wow, oh you seen that? Oh shoot, like sometimes I'll be kind of almost embarrassed, like damn man, I'm putting out too much. And other times I'll be like, oh, this is cool, like people like are relating and responding. So
Yeah, giving them an insight. That's
It's
for sure.
amazing, dude.
yeah, I'm sure everybody to a degree feels like that. Most people feel like they're not being the best version of themselves.
I think it's just hard to be vulnerable sometimes and like really put yourself out there. I mean, listen, especially as a skateboarder in our era
All day.
as well, like nobody's doing that, It's hard, especially as you get older too. I mean, I think everybody's got insecurities, right?
I mean, if you don't, then you must be.
You're
I don't know.
bugging.
Yeah.
But it's 6, so that was a month though, the life reset thing.
Yeah, that was about a month,
How
but
you-
but we're still underway. Like obviously, I'm having a beverage in Ashland Spirits right now, but
There you go.
I've definitely toned way down in that department. But I look at it as that's just the beginning, man. Like I'm looking to like keep adding those layers and proceed. It's
I just look
trying
at-
to make it a lifestyle.
We just did a Andrew Reynolds appreciation, and like I just look at people like that as inspiration too. I'm like, this man is like almost 45, 46. I don't know how old he is, but he's
7
up
years
there.
older than me.
So
yeah,
they
45.
45, still jumping, still doing his thing, still more active than ever on a skateboard. And you're like, damn, that's if that's not inspiration, I don't know what is.
the
It really
boss,
is,
man.
I mean, it's at the end of the day, dude. Having the drive for 30 plus years to ride your skateboard and do it to the same capabilities that you were trying to do it when you were younger. I mean, it's amazing, So when you do see those individuals like Andrew Reynolds, like you're definitely going to be like praising this dude because of what he's done in his journey.
Yeah, and
Dude-
it's more of a rare case too. Oh, by the way, on the way here, just to throw it out there, speaking of guys who are doing that.
Down the street.
Yeah, on the drive here,
Yeah.
we saw Guy Mariano.
Yeah, exactly,
With
yeah.
Sutrin at a spot, waxing a ledge.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, what up? Like,
I was just gonna say that. I was like, yeah,
Bruh.
still going.
yeah.
But
God.
Mike, has that helped? And Paul doing this, has it influenced you to do anything differently with your lifestyle?
Yeah, I'm trying to take better accountability for health and food, but I get off the same thing, my banter. I'll be like, I'll do it for like 3 days, like, let's do it. And then next thing you know, I'm like eating like Panda Express. No, we'll get back
The orange
to it.
chicken's pretty good there, though.
Yeah.
So good.
But yeah, I mean, I have my own flaws and things I need to fix for myself, but I feel like back to what you were saying, I think, yeah, even like media wise, I feel like it pushes me, like having the YouTube and like, what can we do? How can we get creative? Like, you just start to think of ideas and like, what do people want to see, more insight that they couldn't see? And like, also, I take myself out of the equation and think of that little kid at home when DVDs would come out and you get bonuses. You're like, oh, what happened after that line?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now, like, I'm kind of in, which I am in control with him as well. Like, we should put this out because they won't be able to see this conversation. Like in the video of us going to Nike, like him and just Sebo talking about like, the old Xavier skate park and then Xavier becoming Nike and then we're testing his first shoe and like that conversation probably would have just happened and if I wasn't recording.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, but
That's
Because you're constantly asking him about stuff, too. I mean,
all the time. And I feel like
Still fanning out.
Yeah.
like,
But it's hard for me when he's asking the questions. All I want to do is just fuck with him. Like I want to never answer him direct, right, and just mess with him. So like, yeah. Anyway.
Spanish Straight manifested this, bro. I
He
mean,
did. He
that's
really
some real
did.
shit.
He
you know what I
really
mean?
did.
Like,
It
not
wasn't
not knowing that these things can possibly happen, but constantly thinking about it and putting that energy out there.
Oh, he
bro.
does it all the time.
Yeah,
too.
that
I
shit
see him.
works. Straight
He'd be like,
up.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be this way. I'm gonna text the guy. This is gonna happen. Boom, 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 and then this is gonna happen. And he's like, told you.
I'm not gonna say
off.
I'm not gonna say the person's name, but I had a conversation this morning with a person about him speaking to a brand, and it was like said something like, "Yeah, I'm working on this." I'm not gonna say the details, but I pretty much gave him the blueprint of how to respond back, and it was just like the answer I got was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait." Like I don't know how to. I'm like, bro, he literally said like we're in the works of making a skate team, and then keep you in mind or something. Like, and his follow up should have been like, sounds good. Let's grab lunch. I would like to pick your brain on it, because if you go have lunch with this person who's an outsider, it's like you're getting the forefront of the conversation and you're there at the front. So then who's going to think of first? You later? No, you're right there. You're like, you had the conversation at the meeting. I'm like giving them insights to follow up.
Sure.
And it's like some dudes don't want to take the advice. And I'm like, dude, hey man, keep doing what you're doing because it's clearly working.
Yeah.
Not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just, because like I'm going back to what you're saying, manifestation. And I was manifesting, if you want to try to get that deal, here are the steps to have the conversation. It's like, I'm like, bro, you're acting like you're talking to like a brand new girl or something. It's real simple. It's just like, follow up.
I will say this though, people, it's not as easy for someone like whoever this is, because you're so passionate and so upfront about things. And some people aren't that way.
Yeah.
And they don't know. But you're trying to teach them, but this is natural to you.
Yeah.
But I'm giving them the answer.
Yeah.
But they still should
Yeah,
take
but-
heed and pay attention like that. Hey, why wait? Like follow up.
That's-
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because it's not going to be helpful for you to wait.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
when you're teaching
Younger?
them to be
Younger
confident.
cat?
Yeah.
In mid-20s.
What's his name start with?
What am I going to say his name? I'm using it as an
Whisper it.
example.
Whisper it. Whisper
I would say, but I'm using it as an example because it got me frustrated this morning. I'm sitting there like pretty much yelling, like, yo, bro, like just send it like this. That's it. Send it off. You have nothing to lose.
It's also like if you don't take the shot,
you
You're
don't
gonna
know.
miss anyway.
That's true.
No, you'd be like, here, I'm going to copy and paste this. I'm going to send this to you right now.
Exactly.
Just send that. Don't worry. You'll get a response.
I remember when I had nothing going on, no sponsors. First dude to call me was Spanish.
Oh, it's his like biggest hobby.
Yeah.
that is a hobby.
Serious.
He's like, yo, Kelly, man. He's like, so he did the whole spiel, you know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
it was really motivational. Thank you, Mike. 'cause
That's dope.
Appreciate it.
You're always been
Every day he's
yeah.
giving someone that pep talk,
Yeah.
and every day he's telling me the same thing. I'm like, like not to me about that stuff, but like about whoever he's talking about. Like, I'm just like, I mean, he's not wrong. He's not
never-
wrong.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just
No, he's coming from a good place.
that
too.
mentality in skateboarding is still there, where it's like paralysis by analysis. Everybody's afraid to make that wrong move to get that criticism.
Right.
And
And it's not a wrong move to send an email. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh no, yeah.
Always take the meeting.
yeah.
Yeah. But it's something that's so brand new that like you could be at the forefront of it.
No, yeah.
Why not just send the message? You're gonna get a no? He clearly wants to involve you, but he's not saying it. He's like saying, "Hey, I want to send you stuff. Hey, I'm thinking of doing." That's like saying like, "Oh, hey." That's like someone talking about filming without saying they want me to film for them or do something.
Right.
It's like, yeah, we got this brand. We would love to. Oh, really? Let's have a conversation.
Easy.
Have a conversation.
Right.
Yep.
That's
Pause podcast.
Okay.
I need to tell you guys that this episode is brought to us by Athletic Greens.
Ooh, we love athletic greens.
We do.
This is gold in a box, right? Love this stuff. With one delicious scoop of Athletic Greens, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and Kelly's favorite thing in the whole world, adaptogens.
I love
There it is.
adaptogens.
This special blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging.
Well, not only that,
Ooh, tell me, Drone.
contains less than 1 gram of sugar, no GMOs, no nasty chemicals or artificial anything, while still tasting good.
Nothing budget, only buttery, right?
Nothing budget,
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
But it also supports better sleep quality and recovery as well.
Tons of people take multivitamins, but it's important that you choose one with high quality ingredients that your body will actually absorb.
And it's also better when not to have a full medicine cabinet full of, supplements.
Oh, man.
You know,
Wait, so I can get rid of all my supplements?
Yeah, I was just over at Kelly's house the other day, opened the cap, I was hit with supplements.
Get the trash can.
Yeah.
Throw them in there.
To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is just visit athleticgreens.com/9club. That's NINECLUB. Again, athleticgreens.com/9club. Take ownership of your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance today, which is Athletic Greens.
Take over your health now.
I think as we get older, though, too, we realize, like, all the stuff that I know now and kind of just all the stuff I've experienced and talked to all these skaters, like, I wish I could take that mentality back to when I was, like, fully on, getting audio deals, getting chocolate, I wish I could be more vocal in what I was being offered and being able to be like, no, I want this, I want that, because they're not going to just say, no, get out of here, kick you to the door. It's just a conversation. And if you don't ask, you'll never know.
True.
Like, that's why I was really a big fan of having an agent early on in my career, because that's what your agent's job is. You know?
Sure.
And I knew I wasn't going to do that. I'm definitely, like, that's also a great perk of being his friend, is like, he'll reach out and talk to people, make connect. Yo, Paul, I met this dude. We're going to connect this guy. We'll do somebody. Like, I would have never reached or talked or made that effort. But, like, when you have, like, if guys can't do it themselves, that's what's so valuable about having an agent.
I do think that there's tiers to it, though, Paul. You
Sure,
you were a top tier. Like, I'm lower than that on the totem pole, right? So, trying to
Switch flip manual. What do you mean?
I-
I'm lower on totem pole?
But you know what I mean, though. I think there's tiers to.
There is
Oh,
levels
there
to
is
this
for
shit.
sure.
There's levels to it.
But he's
right?
that good, and he didn't want to deal with like having those conversations.
100%. But as for me, I'm not getting an agent. The deals that I'm getting and I'm working out, an agent wouldn't be
'cause you don't-
conducive to.
It's not as
Yeah.
it's not as fruitful for them.
Sure.
Yeah, no,
exactly.
for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, okay,
for me,
I see your point. But
for me to know what I know now and to be more vocal about my career
Yeah.
at that present time, and than just being like a guy that just is like, "Oh, you're gonna give me that? Okay,
yeah,
I'm just stoked to be a part of this."
yeah, it's a fine line between, like, being grateful to be in the game and getting walked all over.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
sure,
Like, of course, we should all be grateful that we had the shot, that we got into the cool club of skateboarding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. It's
But, like,
crazy.
once you're in there, that doesn't mean, you can just let everybody walk all over you and not, you still have to know your worth and value yourself to a degree.
Yeah,
For
and I
sure.
think the first time I realized that was later on when I was getting on audio, and they were doing the whole contract thing. And my friend had a friend that was like a gnarly lawyer, just like if you Googled him, the whole law firm. It was a big worldwide law firm. So I had him look at the contract. He called me up right away. He was like, "Don't sign that." I'm like, "What? Okay, this is weird." Like, okay, don't. And it was all one-sided. It was all about they can get rid of me for sneezing, basically, and I couldn't do anything in return. Blah blah blah. So he reworked the contract, went in, and the whole time I'm scared. I'm like, they're not gonna want to fuck with me
Yeah.
because they're just gonna be this kid's he's just being difficult.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case. It's almost like they respected
Yeah,
it even
I was
more.
just about to say that. Yeah.
And then as soon as audio was done, he had it written in the contract where they'd have to pay me out the full remaining of my contract. So as soon as they kicked me off, they still owed me 8 months of pay or whatever it was. And so I'm like, dude,
Cha-ching.
You did
cha-ching,
you
thank
did your
God.
thing, no
You know,
doubt.
and that's the first time I realized I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I got to be more. But it was almost, it was later on.
Yeah.
But that's not even having an agent. That's just having somebody look over your
Yeah,
contract.
even a lawyer.
100%,
Yeah.
100%. And I think there's so many skaters out there that just sign on the dotted line.
For sure.
Dude, I for sure was one of those dudes, but I didn't have a problem. But I got the contract, boom, done, ready to go.
But
Never
imagine
looked.
if he didn't rework that,
Yeah, no, for you,
and
it was
I would have just been
different,
kicked to the curb
Yeah,
later. Oh, no pay.
100%.
No, you're done.
Like, what's the
Yeah.
point of even a contract at that point?
Because it's one-sided. That
No.
was what tripped me out the most. I was like, these people can.
It's not fair.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If I'm the company, why wouldn't I just? That's the same as the old school bro days when there were no contracts. I can kick you off anyway. you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. I was just blown away.
Yeah.
Blown away.
But who is really like as a pro skateboarder in your status like that is really doing their like own deals?
No,
Nobody.
nobody. No.
Right?
Nowadays, no.
No,
No,
that
but-
would be foolish of you. You know
Yeah.
what I
You
mean?
kind of came in at the right time too, like
Yeah,
for all that agent stuff and
Yeah.
Target deals and all that. all
Yeah,
that
I
crap.
really was blessed, hit with in that golden era for sure.
Yeah. Circe Wallace did a great job.
She did a fantastic job, man. Yeah, it's kind and right now the landscape is interesting. You could get it. There's still some stuff out there to get, but you either got to be like Nija, Yuto, these type of dudes.
Yeah, there's a handful, bro. There's not that
Or
many.
you got to be taking your career into your own hands and implementing your own hustle, which is like
Right.
my thought process behind YouTube.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, like that's a platform that's available to everyone. And I'm like, all right, well, you know, in theory, if you can really get it going, it could be equivalent to having another sponsor,
Straight
Yeah.
up.
you know?
And someone in your position, I mean, obviously, like, is ideal for you to kind of capitalize it because you have the following. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people don't. They have to build that. You know, I'm not saying that you
Yeah.
don't have
But
to
he
build
is to build it too,
I'm not
which
saying
is
he
an
doesn't have
interesting
to.
conversation
At
as
all.
well.
It's a building process right now. And
Yeah.
now that you are highly focused on it, people are going to really start to engage.
I hope so. And
You
so
know?
far, so good. Even this last month and a half that we've been focused on it. But I just had that like thing when, you know, everyone like he would tell me, let's get the YouTube going. I'm like, but like I just don't want to be like, when I think of a YouTuber, I think of like the, hey guys, blah, blah, blah.
Totally, yeah.
I'm like, bro, like, it's just not, that's not me.
Yeah, you
Like,
don't want to turn on into something else. You just want to be yourself.
Yeah, I want to be careful. I don't morph into that because I'm seeing
Yeah.
that's what the ratings are and the engagement gets because of, you know.
But that's a beautiful thing about YouTube is like you can do whatever you want.
yeah,
Exactly.
and that's,
I see Mark Suchu just started a YouTube channel.
and we're just
He's posting
Really?
clips. Yeah.
Is he in front of the camera?
He was just posting clips, I
Oh.
think. But he just posted one video. But it's so interesting because ever since I got into this world, and listen, I apologize to everybody out there, but we've been having a lot of YouTube conversations on this show as of recently.
It's relevant. It's relevant now.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because there is a certain, I don't know where this is going in terms of skateboarding, because a lot of pro skaters out there now have a job. Maybe they have 2 jobs to survive.
It's crazy.
Psycho.
Where's a turning point? Where are we going with this? And I think YouTube is definitely a good place to at least dump your footage. You know, there's a whole audience that lives out there.
Well, I'll say it like
on
this to
YouTube.
anybody who actually wants to be a pro skateboarder that can make a living solely from pro skating. These days, it's more than just good skating and hard tricks. You gotta be a hustler. You have to have hustle,
Right.
and you have to be willing to like step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And meaning what? Like personality wise, or
I mean, listen, you can't force a personality into somebody who just doesn't have a personality, but I think everybody has a special thing to them or their personality that they can tap into more, no matter who you are. You
I
know?
agree.
And you just got to be more willing to, like, think of the advantage you have. Social media, like, it's nothing new to the game, but like, social media is like you have a direct access to the people who are your fans, who love what you do, right? Like, it's the first time in history you've ever had direct access. Like when I first came in the game and everybody before me, your only access to your fans was through a company paying money to take out an ad or paying money to have filmers to put out videos. Like the company was your access point to the public.
Yeah.
And
They were doing everything for you.
without those gatekeepers, so to speak, granting, like, saying we allow you to be seen by the people.
yeah,
You weren't going to get seen by the people. But now every single person
Can get seen by the people.
can, like, Justin Bieber is Justin Bieber because he got found on YouTube.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
There's a lot of Justin Biebers out there in
Think about how
each
many-
industry.
yeah, in skating for sure. And, you know, so it's like, if you really want to be a pro skateboarder that, like, actually makes a living off pro skateboarding, you need to start shifting your idea of what that model is.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily think YouTube's good for everybody, but
No.
I think at the end of the day, it's like if you do have the means and the ideas to go. I mean, look at the whole Powell kids. I mean, they're
Yeah.
all doing their YouTube thing, and
It's a tool.
it is,
You know?
it is. And I think it's funny over the years since I've been doing this. 7 years ago, I didn't know who Andy Schrock was. I didn't know who Braille was. I didn't know who any of these YouTubers were. And people who would come in that and sit down in that chair who? I don't know who Andy Schrock. Who are these people? But you get to know them. You get to see, there's this whole other side of skateboarding that was so frowned upon forever, you know, and now it's slowly being accepted more and more. And I think there still is a divide. I think
for
there still
sure.
is a YouTube skater
All day.
Yeah.
divide between the Paul Rodriguez's who have a YouTube channel and another person who has a YouTube channel.
Well, I'm not gonna say that I don't get self-conscious
Mm.
about YouTube and like how much we're exposing ourselves. I'm like, man, we're not leaving any mystery to it. You know, something about like that's why I love the guy like Tom Penny because it was so mysterious. You know, I'm like,
That's
like,
so old school though.
Yeah,
we're
Gino Iannucci.
yeah, we're
yeah.
taking away some mystery. But I'm like, but like,
We're in a different age.
yeah.
bro.
And then like, part of me is like, I know that once I get to flapping at the gums and I'm talking, I'm saying something like, you know, I think people are gonna think I'm mean, but like, you know, with my friends, that's just how we are. It's all like this guy knows I love him damn near more than anybody on the earth. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I still get self-conscious of it too, but at the same time, you know, I've always been a guy who's willing to
Try
test the boundaries of skateboarding, you know, because I come from a different type of background that wasn't used to that. So, like, you know, I don't know. I'm willing to try things.
Yeah.
It doesn't always work, that's for sure.
Well, I think people have been watching you skate for so long, and now they're seeing you as a person. Like even like the fun, like even not even funny, but when you got smoked the other day,
Oh yeah.
like dude, it was like that was
I
not
forgot
fun.
you were there.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was like, but I was like, we're like, dude, Paul fucking eats shit too.
Oh no, yeah, we all saw it.
Yeah.
Yes,
like
okay.
damn, but like it's good to it's like he's human. We all think of you as superhuman skateboarder. You know what I mean? And it's
sure.
it's
I
interesting
get
that
smoked.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was not fun to watch. I'm sure that was not fun to feel either.
I still have the gash on my leg.
Dude,
Still right there.
What did you post it on your story or you? It was a
I
hard.
put it on my
Oh,
story.
your story.
Yeah,
It's
I
probably
seen
gone
that.
by
nice
now.
little fall. But I forgot what I was saying. But like, yeah, you just gotta be willing to try things. That I think as long as a person isn't veering off of who they are, if you're not veering too far off who you are and what you feel good about, then I think you're gonna be okay. I think
Right.
everyone respects a person who is just completely themselves, because I think all of us see certain people who are being completely themselves, and you kind of admire them because in a lot of different ways, whatever ways, we're all scared in various aspects of our life to like fully be that way or whatever in whatever aspect you're thinking. And when you can see someone else who's doing it, you're like, dang it, it's possible. I can just, if I can just break through this barrier, I know I can do that. You know, like
I think Andy Anderson is a perfect example of that.
oh yeah,
completely
He-
genuine human.
He
All
could
day.
have
All day.
in the early days of Powell and getting kind of picked on and hazed, you know, in the van and stuff. He could have fully changed who he was
to
and-
try to fit in.
To try to
Yeah.
fit in.
Yeah, to what they
I mean,
wanted.
And-
authentically Andy.
yeah,
Authentic Andy. And it's just a perfect example of like,
Yeah, I
damn,
agree,
like
bro.
that is so. He just
He's
stuck
like
with
that.
what he was.
He's like that.
Who he is.
He's completely like,
himself.
dude, there's not a fake bone in this guy's body.
No, he's been him
Oh,
forever.
but he stays him. No
Yeah.
doubt.
Dude, it's early Tampa days.
But he's
walk
gotten
up,
plenty of shit for it too. But
Spanish
For
Mike,
being him.
Spanish Mike TV, dude.
Hey man, someone's got to do it. At least if I can do it, at least it's like you were saying earlier about the whole like YouTube thing and about like, oh, I don't know, but like if anything, you're being one of the forefronts. You've always been. When you got the Target deal, were you worried when someone was going to say something? Got the Mountain Dew deal, you worried? But everyone else wants to follow trend. Once Mountain Dew, everyone wants to get on Mountain Dew. Oh, Target.
I mean,
how do I get
Target was gnarly.
Yeah, Target was
Target.
gnarly. Not
No
everyone's
doubt.
getting on Target.
Hey, we
but-
all want to get on Target.
Yeah. Well, you see, I'm looking at P-Rod with a cart full of TVs and all. I'm like, God,
Where do you
damn.
sign
Yeah.
up?
But I know what you're saying, though, for sure, right?
Let him be the forefront.
All day.
Were you worried about all that stuff? Even when, I mean, listen, Andy McDonald was a first drink sponsor guy, Sobe.
Sobe, I
Wow.
remember.
All day. Loved it. Why not?
Yeah, but he got,
Yeah, but he
and
was
like
already-
Care Bear.
He was already like kind of that guy to already like.
yeah, but even then, like, but nowadays it's like, you know.
Well, no, what the thing is, though, is that people see you doing YouTube and they're like, oh, Paul's doing it?
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
I should do one
Yeah.
too.
For sure.
That's kind of what you're meaning,
I mean,
though.
if
Am I
that's,
right?
Spanish
if that's
man.
happening,
Yeah.
I'd be psyched. But you know, I definitely have that critic in the back of my mind, thinking like, some fucking group of kids in some core skate shop somewhere in the middle of the country are just like, fucking kook.
No, but dude, if they saw
But
your
it
skateboarding is still doing the talking, dude.
But
all day.
I will say, even though I do have flashes of those thoughts, it's definitely not strong enough to stop me. It's definitely not.
But were those genuine concerns when you were getting the Mountain Dews and the Targets and stuff?
No, back then, none of that was really a concern to me.
You weren't thinking about anything of how any industry people would be.
Well, one, it was before Instagram and YouTube and all that, where you could just see everyone's comments
I thought it
in
was-
the
I
moment.
thought
Right away.
I thought Instagram was around when you. No?
Maybe for Target.
Yeah.
But by that time, I had been used to it from Nike to
okay,
Mountain
okay.
Dew. By that time, it was
Okay.
Yeah.
the people were used to me making those kind of moves. But like when it first happened with Nike and first happened with Mountain Dew, I couldn't see in real time people's comments directly to my face.
Right.
Yeah.
But I was like, in my back of my mind, I wasn't concerned about it either for a couple reasons. But the main reason early on, the Nike and Mountain Dew times, I was just really confident in my skateboarding. I was really confident who I was. I was really confident. Whatever you got to say, you can't say I don't know how to skate. That's all I kept telling myself. Whatever
Damn
you gotta
true.
say, whatever you feel, you can't say that if I'm dropping a part, you ain't gonna watch.
Right.
That was kind of like the slogan. Not to be arrogant, I could say it now that I'm older and I can't do that
We
shit
feel
anymore.
you, Paul.
But,
It's all good.
but that was kind of my mentality of like, let them say what they want, man. I don't care. But
It's true.
What that last primitive part you had, the intro to what was the video called again?
Define?
Define, yeah.
That dude, you hit people over the head with that one.
Thanks.
The switchback, switch front heel.
Thanks.
You know that spoke to people, dude.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Like, it still was only 4 tricks or whatever it was that I put out. I think I had like
It was a
I
minute
think it
of
was
footage.
7 tricks.
That was banging though.
More
Jumping
than
down
that.
big stairs.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was definitely those 7 tricks were difficult for me to get. I'll put it that way. It wasn't easy.
Well, I'm the same age as you, and I'm like, damn, Paul is still just
No,
at
dude.
it. I just know how much of a grind that is.
Jumping down that
Thanks,
set
dude.
is no joke. I mean,
Yeah.
at any age, let alone being.
No, I appreciate it. I feel good. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. Just I think the thought of what it takes to be like an actual pro skateboarder and make a living off skateboarding, I think that formula is changing in front of our face.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm
Yeah.
not an up and coming skateboarder in this present moment.
Me
And
too, to be honest.
Other people maybe in that position would totally disagree with me and maybe say that our era was harder to get around because it's our era kind of like you needed to know somebody,
Yeah.
maybe send them a sponsor me video through VHS, through the mail, and maybe it could have been harder. It was, I mean, you grew up around here. You're
There's
gonna
not as many skateboarders.
True.
There was literally a blueprint back then. More,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
now
there
it's
was.
like there's
Yeah.
kind of everything. You're like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
I'll say that there's way more opportunity now, but you have to have way more hustle.
Yes, the grind is real.
Back then, you just had to be like, you just had to focus on like being the best skateboarder you can be, and like just focus on hopefully being a skater that could be marketable.
And you
But
connect right with
nowadays-
people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nowadays, you got to know yourself really well, and you have to be willing to put in the work, not just on the board, but off the board and behind
Definitely.
the scenes.
Well, it's
That's so
funny because
true.
what you were saying before, and I've said this on the show a couple of times, but the companies used to have to market the skateboarder. Thrasher ad, we need that. We need you to go out and film this. We need this ad now. Tables have turned.
Yeah.
Now the companies are asking the skaters,
They're
hey,
expecting you to be the skater and the marketing.
right, right.
And the marketing people.
Straight up.
Which is more than 70 clips, by the way.
interesting.
It's interesting. Some people are really good at it, and some people fall flat on their face with it. So it's like,
I just don't know if I'm a kid, I don't know if I'd be good. I don't know if I know what to do.
Yeah, but it's a different age, and like
But-
you've evolved into being on social media and doing these things already. So it's not going to be as hard.
I would
You know what
actually
mean?
argue that point. If you're a kid that's like think about when we were little kids and we were like just getting into skateboarding. You were so in tune that it was second nature to you.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so these kids now, they're so in tune that
That's what I'm saying.
I'm looking to the kids
Yeah.
to see what's dope.
Like how
know?
you put this little
Sure.
edit together? Like what you doing? Like you know,
Yeah, they're
just-
the one. They're dictating.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
dope.
Oh, I always say the kids are always going to win because
But
they're
it's-
on the forefront of everything.
It's kind of weird because everyone's kind of doing it though. It's like they see a kid dancing, they're like, "I'm gonna go dance too."
Right.
But I'm gonna.
That's my mentality. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's what they're doing, dude. Like I got like little nieces and stuff, and they're always like looking at what's going on. You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
And
all
it's
day.
like, but like, how do you be original these days? You know?
That's
Yeah.
that's the hard part.
That's-
Yeah.
Is how do you stay yourself? That's where I have the struggle within sometimes with the YouTube. Like, if I really want to pop off, do I want to do what I see other people doing to really pop off on it? Like, I don't know, man.
If it
Like,
doesn't feel right,
I
it don't
just
feel
wanna
right.
Be, yeah, I just want to be myself. That's
Yeah.
all.
And I think you're doing a good job. Like
I
I said, like
appreciate it.
I think a lot of people I mean, I can relate because doing this show, I'm very sarcastic.
Yeah.
I'm dry.
Yeah.
I have, banter with friends, and it took people a while to,
Like, oh, that's
you know what I
just
mean?
him
You
being
start, you
goofy.
see the comment, and you're like, oh, that person's new here. Like, give them a couple episodes,
Yeah.
and they'll figure it out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
it's kind of the same thing with you. It's like, don't worry about it. If you're you, and you're bantering with Mike, and Mike's bantering back, like, let the people say he's a dick.
Yeah.
Because they're going to watch the second and third episode and be like, oh, wait a minute, I'm loving this.
Yeah.
Because this is just P-Rod and the homie, Mike.
And speaking of which, I do have one thing I need to point out. What's up with you, Guy? You're so damn quiet right now. Wake up.
He just had a big
letting
burrito.
I'm
Wake up.
letting you guys do the talking.
I've
I'm
never
being
seen him
careful
be
about
so,
talking
like,
over other people.
Talk. Do your normal call. I've never seen him
I'm-
be in a
I'm-
conversation this deep about skateboarding and be so like,
Because I'm soaking up game right now. I'm just sitting back. I'm soaking up game. I'm sitting back and waiting for when I'm supposed to say something.
Go ahead,
So
say
you-
something, dude.
talk.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's
now you
fine.
put the
I just-
pressure on.
it's
Talk your shit,
yeah,
man.
but I don't want to. We had a discussion. I don't want to go off on these people and let them know what they're.
Dude, he literally.
What do you
was
mean?
like,
Wait,
whoa,
whoa.
Here we go.
No, I'm not going
Here we
off on
go.
you guys.
No. What were you talking
No,
about?
I just
There's
didn't
certain
want to.
things you can't say.
Yeah.
Like, he was just going off in the car right now.
What about some comments?
No comments. I don't get worried about
I won't
comments.
say what brand or nothing, but it was funny. He wanted this whole banter, and I was like, man, I wish I was filming. He was like, like, what's up with these companies, with these people who don't do shit all day long? Like, are they still giving those out? Because I'd be the best at it. I'm going to call this guy up and ask for a
Yeah.
hey, you still got a job where you pay people to not do shit?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Because I'd be great at that. I'll show you guys how to do that. I'll run circles around you guys.
Yeah,
Let's hear some of this. This is what we want to hear.
Well, we'll get to that point, but
We're at it. We're at that
we're
point
here.
now.
no,
We
we're
only
not
gotta-
gonna say.
No, we don't have to say who.
Yeah,
it is.
yeah,
I'm
we're
just
just
telling
saying-
you.
direct.
Yeah, what were you
That
gonna
was
say,
his
Mike?
general banter.
No, it was just funny. It's just funny to think you're like, damn, that guy's he's got a job, but he's not doing much. I don't know what's going on, but are they giving out jobs like that not to do much? I mean, shit.
Come on, man. You gotta
Well,
put some
listen.
emphasis into it.
No,
bro.
no,
I know
no.
it's not
It's just because it's funny because I would go for so long to say like my pay to chill comment. I was like, dude, everyone remember you guys would ask me,
Yeah.
what do you do? Like,
Yeah.
it's the mysterious like.
And you
I
would
get-
say that left
I
and
get,
right.
I get paid to chill, which is true. I'm getting paid to chill right now. Like I'm literally getting paid to chill. We're chilling and I'm getting paid. So no, I just think it's funny. Back to what we were saying with the YouTube because I need to clarify some things.
Get to it.
Go ahead.
man.
Go ahead.
No, I just think that
Talk your shit,
he
man.
Needs he just got to do what he does. I'm gonna do what I do. We're gonna make some great magic happen. I just feel like more skaters,
Profound.
yeah, more skaters are gonna see what you're gonna do, and I feel like it's okay. You know, And we had a conversation. I saw it when Tom came to the park the other day.
yeah.
I told him I was like, bro, I'm happy to see you doing YouTube because
Tom
before,
Asta.
yeah, Tom
Yeah.
Asta. I was like, bro, I
He's
didn't
the
even know
man.
what you sounded like having a conversation with you. So
Right.
now I can no one knew.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
cool seeing that Tom's doing that too because he's notoriously a quiet, shy guy.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
known for it.
Bro,
I think he's
never
out of that phase now, though.
heard him speak
No.
or talk. No,
Yeah.
like it's crazy. Like I went on his channel, I watched his videos, and then when I saw him the other day, and like we did a little thing at my park, and like just how outgoing and talkative he was, I was like, this is the most I've heard you talk. I've known the guy for years, off and on throughout, the contest circuit, and I know he lives on the East Coast, but like known the guy for years. In that 5 minutes of being at my park and us doing that thing, that's the most I ever heard him talk that whole time I've
Right.
ever known him. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Well, doing Twitch especially, you get good at talking because you have nobody to talk back to. I mean, to talk that talks back to you. You're just kind of going off of chat, so you have to kind of keep the conversation going.
Yeah, I think
yourself.
I need to start hanging out with Twitch.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting too much back talk over here.
But it actually would be kind of cool to see you play video games, even though you just want to live real life.
You don't even but you don't have to do that on Twitch.
No, I
though.
know
you
you
can
don't.
do whatever you want. You can
Yeah,
sit there and just chat.
IRL.
You guys can watch skate videos.
Well,
and
that's
just
what
do that.
That was gonna be. There was
You can
another
just do
show.
that.
There was another show I was gonna do that, but
That's smart.
I think I got
Yeah.
into it. But
Straight up.
But I should
I'm
still
gonna give
do
you
that
a shout
show.
out when we do
No,
that.
but I was doing it during the pandemic. Remember, you FaceTime me. It was watching skate videos, and you were on there. We were interviewing. I was like, "This is great." I just stopped doing it.
FaceTime. That was just a live.
Yeah, we're on live watching skate videos.
Same thing.
Yeah, it'd be a Twitch.
Yeah,
thing,
it's on
same,
Twitch
yeah.
though.
So we're gonna go live watching skate videos.
On Twitch.
Sure, we can go Twitch, YouTube. We can do all the platforms.
Oh, you can do YouTube.
No, but-
Well, the music on YouTube's kind of.
Oh, yeah, it's
The
fine.
only problem with Mike though is I always tell him this, bro. Like even right now is kind of an example. Anytime he gets in front of the camera or the spotlight's on, he clams up, bro. He's the most outgoing, talkative, goofy guy. And then when the
Even
camera
his
points at him,
even his girlfriend's like, yeah.
What do you think it is? What do you think it is?
I'm not clamming up. It's just that right now. I'm just letting.
He's
you guys-
absorbing game.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
absorbing game.
no, that's his go-to statement
Oh
of
my
when you tell
God.
me he's clamming. I'm not. I'm just I'm letting when it's my time to talk and blah blah blah. You're like, bro,
Listen.
when the cameras aren't on and we're alone, it seems to be always your time to talk.
So maybe that'll be the show, the non-camera show that the cameras are on, but I'm not realizing
They're
that
all off
Big
right
Brother,
now. They're
Big
not-
Brother
yeah,
style.
yeah,
You
yeah.
got to put cameras around your house now
I love it.
Yeah.
and get him to talk.
Now you're putting the real pressure on him now.
Yeah, listen.
Look, he's.
I'm not clamming. I'm just let's just say this. Let's just say this. Well, I was gonna go back to what's the difference with posting on Instagram than YouTube? You know, why does everyone have such a YouTube stigma if you're gonna still post on Instagram?
True.
What's
Well, the
difference?
content's different, don't you think?
I think it just
No,
takes
it's-
more effort.
Yeah,
there's not- I
YouTube's
don't
more
think-
effort.
More
Well, I don't
long
think-
form.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's any different because you still got to upload. There's shorts.
There's shorts now, yeah.
But it's still different type of content. A YouTube video, you put a little more effort, like Paul said, right? Like
yes, but I think
Yeah.
what Mike is saying though, there's YouTube Shorts, which people are posting their clips on Instagram already in that
Yes.
vertical format. So just post your clips. I mean,
Well, yeah,
I'm
but-
sure there's a lot of channels like a Mark Suchu or anybody out there can post shorts from their phone easily on YouTube.
Yeah, and like you say, for example, Mark. Like, let's say what Mark does. What if Mark goes to Barnes and Nobles? He likes reading. There's a whole video of him going to Barnes and Nobles and getting books. Someone out there is gonna be like, "What is this guy reading?" What
All
does he wanna
day.
know?
All day.
You read. You know what I'm saying? You don't post all the books you read about, but I'm pretty sure people would be like, "Man, we read that book. I actually read it." You know, like if you did a whole video of going into Barnes and Nobles, I bet Barnes and Nobles would be like, "This is amazing," and then Barnes and Nobles is sharing it. The next thing you know, he's sponsored by Barnes and Nobles. I'm just saying.
That's how
Have
his
you
brain
revived
works.
the whole book industry?
No. I'm saying if Mark did a segment every week where he went and got a book and made a whole video on it and then
All day.
purchased a book,
All day.
I bet that would be a segment that he could do that people would be like, actually, I like that. It's like going vintage shopping.
It's like a book
saw,
club kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like-
like Suchu's book club.
Yeah.
you know, like I've been
Tight.
like not to keep going out. I've been telling Yo-Yo, I've been telling Yo-Yo like, yo, go to the Rose Bowl and go vintage shopping, bro.
Is that what he does? Is that what he does normally?
he does that normally, but I'm like, bro, let's go hang out.
But film it, though.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, you got a great style, how to dress. You clown me all the time about how to dress. I'm like, I need to go get dressing pointers.
I
from
watched
you.
that. I watched that. Let's go.
Exactly.
You gotta go film them, dude.
Dude, I
That's
don't
the
wanna,
thing.
I'm
People
going
don't have
on
a filmer.
Yeah, I'm going on a
That's
whole
another
thing.
thing, dude. Like I'm in a fortunate position with this guy where, but like, I've also chose to invest in myself by hiring my own full-time filmer.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Smart, yeah.
And maybe some guys don't have the luxury, even if they wanted to invest, to afford to do that. I get it. It's that's why I say you have to be a hustler if you want this to work this day and age. But like Tom, he didn't let that stop him.
Nah,
Tom
he
Asta
films himself.
films himself, edits himself, I'm assuming.
Yep.
And does it all himself. Like, and he still skates like a madman. So like, but he's decided like, yo, I'm not about to let my skate career slip away. I need to make a move to like keep my sponsors happy,
Banging
keep,
'em.
create some new revenue avenues, and perhaps get more sponsors out of it and make
Yeah.
myself bigger than ever. Boom. Tom saw it and he went for it.
Have you heard anything from your sponsors about your YouTube channel?
Not specifically, but what was a good sign to me is I just came back from Portland 2 days ago, and they were like, when Scuba and them were booking the flight for me to go up there a few weeks ago.
We're talking about Nike.
Nike,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, we're talking about Nike, and I was booking. They're like, yeah, can you come up on these dates? I'm like, yeah, sure, blah blah blah. And then they hit me. Do you want to bring Mike with you? They never asked. Nobody ever asked that. You want to bring Mike? I was like, yeah, if you guys don't mind. They're like, yeah, we'll book a flight for him, get him, boom, boom, boom. I was like, okay, well, they didn't just.
Now they're seeing
I'm
the
like,
magic.
they're not assuming that I'm just gonna bring him to hold hands with him, right? Like, they know what he does, right? Like, we can still hold hands, but so then we went up, we filmed everything that they would allow us to film, which was almost everything. A couple things we couldn't film, but then even yesterday, sweet Rochelle, who takes care of us over there, was like, "Yo, Mike, like I'm gonna connect you with our social guy. Like if you guys are gonna put out, some of that stuff that you shot on YouTube and you want to make a trailer, or whatever, like send it to us. We'll share it for you. Boom. I'm like, oh wow, that's really cool. Like, so it must be something that is either being talked about or like welcomed. I would have never thought that, So I'm stoked for that.
Yeah.
This is
I'm
where-
sure,
this
I'm sure
is where
Mike's
we're at,
stoked for
bro.
that too.
No, I was. Can I clarify that in the clothing meeting when the lady she loved the unboxing video?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one of like the people that work in the like clothing department. I don't know her actual. I'm sorry.
Clothing design.
Yeah, clothing design. She
Category.
looked over. She's like, "I love your guys' video. Like the unboxing was amazing. Like you could just see like how truthful Paul was and like what he likes and like it was just cool." I was
It's
like,
actually all catching me by surprise because like I'm watching the videos being self-conscious, like, dude, am I being way too sarcastic? Am I being like nonchalant or kind of like they're seeing this side of me like almost like being a dick if you didn't know me? But it's actually the feedback I'm getting is the opposite. It appears to be people are enjoying it. So I don't know. I'm just gonna keep doing what I do.
for
Yeah,
sure.
you should, bro.
I love
Until
it,
I
dude.
don't, but
I love
like-
hearing that these companies are seeing this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's all
And
relevant.
they didn't say directly, just the fact that like I've been up to Portland a million times. They never asked me like, "Yo, you want to bring Mike?"
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, or
They're paying
Same-
attention. They're paying attention to what
so
you're
I was
doing.
like, wow, like okay, that's a really cool sign. Like,
Same thing happened to me when I was going out to Des Moines to the Des Moines Street Style Open, and I was going to announce there. I'm like, hey, what if I bring Tim? They're like, great idea. We love that. We love your YouTube channel. Like, bring him out. They booked him a
Yeah.
ticket. Like straight up, we did some stuff out there.
yeah, I think we're just one step away from them just being like, hey, do you want to come do a video with us over here? Like, hey, like
Yeah.
if we get, then that would be a cool part to get to a point like, hey, you want to come to this thing and do one of your YouTube videos like with you and Mike bantering together and talking shit.
It's so
yeah,
funny,
sure.
man. We've just come such a
No,
such a
it's-
long way, but it's so funny to.
Yeah, I was like, I was talking about like with Tom. He came out here, and I was just talking with Tom Brown. I was like, I just want him to come out here and do a YouTube video. I literally don't. I don't need anything. Right? Like that's simple enough, dude.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah,
But-
and like I don't want to give away, but I'm curious to see what people are going to think of these next 2 or 3 videos that we're going to drop from that trip, and see like who the hell has ever seen the Nike campus before?
Right.
I know,
You
right?
know what I mean? Like who especially the skaters, like to see what it's like us going to Nike and like probably most skaters think about how like especially the pro skaters who actually deal with more core sponsors, like oh you just go into their warehouse
Right.
and like and picking up a box or something like
Yeah.
like nah, don't work like that. You know,
You don't go to Nike like that.
yeah. It's not. Yeah, so it's like it was really. I don't want to give too much
Okay,
about it, but I
okay.
do want build up anticipation. Maybe people will want to.
No, I'm interested now.
But like, it just gives you like they let us have like pretty good, almost full
Wow.
access to film all that shit.
Huh.
Yeah,
That's
and I
crazy.
didn't even have to ask, which is cool. Instead of being like, "Hey, you think maybe I can bring Mike and like film?" And,
It's
like,
always weird sometimes.
yeah. But
What
they're
about-
just like, "Hey, you want to bring Mike?" Yeah.
What about your parking spot? Is that still there?
We didn't go to that building. We went that building was the old SB building, but they restructured some things. So I hope it's still there. But we went to the LeBron James building,
Oh,
Serena
damn.
Williams building that are freshly brand new built, like all restructured
The campus must
Tiger
be
Woods
insane.
building.
Oh, that
wow.
OG building.
Did you
yeah.
see anyone there like that? You
Apparently the Obamas were on campus while we were there, but we didn't see them.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Were, wow.
Crazy.
Damn, dude.
Got the shop at the employee store.
Really?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. He's hype, but I'm like, that's tradition on every visit. That's what you do.
I want to go shopping.
What'd you get, Mike?
Oh yeah.
Can we go
I
shopping?
got some socks.
got some
underwears.
socks. What?
No, I got a bunch of socks. I got a bunch of underwears.
Bro, we were up there 2 days. This guy packs like 6 pairs of underwears, and he somehow runs out of underwear. He was like, bro, I'm running low. The first day, like, bro, I'm running low on underwear. I gotta go buy some.
Oh, it's the
something.
morning
Like,
and
what
then
the
the
fuck?
night
We've been here a
underwear.
day. How
The
you
next
run
day
out
I
of
switched to
underwear?
underwear the night before. Like, bro, I'm always in fresh underwear, so it's like, hey,
Stays fresh.
He probably, I
Yeah.
think after he ate and then went to the restroom, he switched his underwear just before we started.
Just throw them out.
This is the Nike campus right here? God
Yeah, world
damn.
headquarters. That might even be before. Can you zoom in? That might even be before. No, never mind. Yeah, there's the LeBron James building right there.
you see
Where?
it?
Which one?
Right
Let me see.
here.
Where's your-
I think that's just bottom right. I
Bottom
think that
right?
one.
This
Yeah,
one
zoom
over
in.
here?
Can you zoom in?
I don't know if we could zoom in.
Oh, because of the thing that goes up?
It looks all teched out.
No, that's all like the original main part of the camp. Remember, Mike, we were in that building because we were looking right over the Cristiano Ronaldo
Yup,
soccer
we were in
field
that
right
one.
there.
That's Tiger Woods.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
Tiger Woods is one of those right there, and then I
Hey,
think this
LeBron's
bottom
back there.
right is LeBron.
Over here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that your first time there, Mike?
Second time. The first time we got to go check out when he did the P-Rod.
Oh, the archives, the Nike archives.
Archives.
It's crazy.
Yo, I'm talking about, you can't have your phone or anything, but it's one of those ones where like you had to be there. Like,
Like,
I'm walking
bro.
through these rooms and like I'm telling you, saw Jordan's shoe that he played with.
Like the actual shoe,
Yeah.
like the
No
shoe where
way.
like he busted through or whatever.
Oh,
like
Yeah,
like
the game played the
yeah,
flu.
yeah.
where the flu game shoe, like the actual, just right there
Just
in
there.
the case, just
Yeah.
sitting there, like, and then like we're walking through, and like some of the stuff is just sitting on a random shelf, like not even like all
Protected.
categorized yet. And we're walking through, and then all of a sudden I look over, I'm like, holy fuck, it's Lil Penny. Like, remember the Lil Penny from
Yeah.
the commercials? Like,
Oh,
Chris
yeah.
Rock did the
Oh,
voice.
yeah,
Yeah, the puppet is just sitting there on a shelf,
Just kicking it.
So much cool
and you're like,
stuff.
holy shit, it's Lil Penny.
So they tell you before you can't take photos, you can't bring
yeah,
out
yeah.
your
They'll be
phone.
like, yeah, you can't film in here, you can't do that. Like,
Wow.
so
But it's one of those ones where like you had to be like, it was one of those like, wow, like I can't like go back and tell no, like you had to be there.
Right.
Yeah, you
Well, I
can't show
wonder why-
nobody. That's like
Yeah.
No, it's like, yeah.
Why don't they want anybody taking like documenting any of this? Are they planning on doing something maybe in the future with all this
Maybe.
stuff,
I don't
like
know.
museum style?
Is that anywhere in the campus?
no.
Just
You
where you
can
were-
film on the campus.
Yeah, okay.
You can film in buildings unless there's certain buildings that they're like, they might be having like doing product research in there, or like innovative new
Yeah.
designs or something that they don't want seen. But for the most part, no, they let us film everywhere
Yeah.
except for one area. But I don't want to say yet.
Okay,
Just
okay.
wait for
Yeah.
episode 2 to
Yeah,
drop, and you'll see.
Wow, that's
I went-
amazing.
I went
Yeah,
there
Lil
once.
Penny
It was
right
nuts.
there, yeah.
yeah, we got the little right
Yeah,
here.
the puppet. He was just sitting
Yeah.
right there on a shelf, just
Wow.
like.
so funny.
And then like they had
That's Big Penny right there too.
yeah yeah
Big Penny.
they had oh my god, I feel like a jerk for Steve Prefontaine. He's the first Nike athlete ever, the guy who they built the first running shoe after. They had one of his this is like the rarest sneaker probably in the entire world. They had one of his shoes that they built for one of his races. That was the I guess the idea of the design was it was supposed to basically only last that one race. It should be almost
wow.
like deteriorated off his foot by the end, but like it had blood stains on it. Still, this guy's blood stains. The guy passed away, years ago, and like they had the actual physical shoe there in a little like glass box museum style. Like it just the shit they had. Every one of like Jordan's fucking actual worn shoes, Serena, every athlete they ever had, they had a whole set, and I'm talking ginormous warehouse, like far as the eye could see. It would take you years
How
to probably
do they,
see
do
everything
they have
there. like-
representatives at each of her matches and each of Jordan's games to like be like, okay, we
Yeah,
need
we
those
need those.
shoes.
So
Yeah.
yeah, or or they just I don't know.
It's like a museum, pretty much.
It's,
that
well,
was-
it's
Is this a
private.
shoe?
It's not even.
Yeah.
No. It's older now.
Older than
Oh,
this?
so this is not open. Like no one can go in there.
No. It's not a
Yeah.
public thing.
Yeah, okay.
Only it's Nike's them. It's not even a museum. It's their storage unit. But
They
not
have-
like your typical storage unit. It's their storage like.
From all the things
Like I'm
they've
sure,
done.
I'm sure it's all like air conditioned and
Yeah. You
like
can't touch anything without white gloves. You have to
you
have
gotta wear white glove.
white glove treatment. Literally.
Wow.
Oh, it definitely has to be AC in there because those shoes
Oh
will
yeah.
fall
it's-
apart.
Yeah.
Oh no.
They
Yeah.
will
it's
literally
certain
fall
climate
apart.
Climate
levels.
controlled,
What
yeah.
was our guy's name who ran it?
Wilson?
Wilson. Yeah, the
Wilson.
homie. Shout out
Wilson.
Wilson. He was the
He designed
homie.
the up tempo. The one that says the Big Air.
Oh, okay.
And we were there. He was like, I'm going to go to Tinker Hatfield's house, going to have dinner. And I was just like, bro, OG,
Yeah, it's
OG.
It's crazy up there. It's like,
It's a whole other world.
oh, dude, yeah. So hopefully, give people a little insight to that.
I love it. I'm interested.
I mean, I think everyone is. That's
Yeah.
pretty insane, right?
You want to go back?
Yeah, let's go.
Chris has been talking
That's
about
where we'll
walking
do
over
our
there for so
collab
long.
video there.
Oh, we got to do 100%.
Take you to Portland.
Yeah.
Chris was talking about
Way
walking
back.
up there forever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For a
But-
few
Listen,
jobs.
Now that Paul's gone,
Oh,
let's
yeah,
open up
perfect
a little bit. Let's open up a little bit.
Yeah, man. It's been tough, man.
What's he like? No.
No, it's good.
Yeah?
I'm actually having a lot of fun. I'm enjoying the journey, man. YouTube's been fun, and just I feel like where I'm at in my career, I think this is like the best time of my life.
I feel like you have been on a
Not
lot
saying all the times before that weren't the best times of my lives, but I feel like where I'm at, my age, everything, I'm just enjoying. Like, I'm not like, oh my god, I need to drop a video because I don't have a video under my. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. To
I
me.
feel like there's been a lot of iterations of Mike, Spanish Mike. I've been
Yeah.
like, it's like Spanish Mike TV. Then there's like, all the companies you worked for and different people. I mean, you were doing like OVO for a little bit, or you had something to do with the. No,
I mean, those are all those homies, but
Homies? Okay.
But yeah, like worked at Famous.
there you go.
Got to work
yeah.
at Primitive early on, team managing, learning the business.
Diamond.
Diamond. Shit. Working with Manny and YouTube as well. If I didn't prep that, who knows where I'm at now? Like, so much learning and trailers and MSA and Felix and just
Ammo.
Yeah, all that compilation got to me where I'm here, and it's like I feel like when you see like the outside, they don't know the story. They're just like, oh, he's just there.
Right. Well,
So-
Ammo, because Felix
Yeah,
put
he put me under his wing. Him and Manny.
early on.
Manny believed in me because of Spanish Mike TV, and then Manny lied for me to tell Felix that I was good. So then I had a.
Because you weren't good.
Well, I just filmed my homies. I didn't know how to film professionals. He's like, homies? Like, yeah, I got somebody. And I still remember to this day, I was praying in bed, like, please, God, just let them ask. Remember how I was foreseeing, I always tell you all the time, I'm foreseeing, like, all right, like, I know they're going to ask me to go to California. I remember laying there, it's cold, car starting, going to the supermarket. And that one text, man, he's like, yo, you want to come to California? I mean, and I thought in my mind when Felix said, oh, we got $10,000, it was $10,000 for the year. I'm thinking like 10 racks, this sounds crazy. It's like only $250 a week, but it was like enough to where I'm living at his house for
How old were you?
free. 20.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm out. I didn't even tell my job. I tell the same story. I just quit. I remember going back a year later, went to like South Africa. I'm like pushing the shopping cart and the store manager's like, hey man, when you quit a job, I was like, you really got to put your 2 weeks in. I said, my dreams were calling. And I just started there ain't no 2 weeks.
My dreams are calling.
Yeah, I just knew, bro.
Yes.
Like I gotta like, because they were giving me so much shit back then. Like, you're not gonna do. What are you going to California for? This and that. That no one believed. Like, I feel like I'm in Cali's moment. No one believed. Even Brett Conti, shout out Brett Conti. He's a big YouTuber. That's my homie from back in the day. He thought I was crazy. He's like, what you're doing is crazy. But look what he's doing. He's on YouTube. Brett, when you watch this, remember who the Godfather is. I'm just saying, I'm on the forefront. Same thing. Shout out Chad
day.
Caruso.
Oh, yeah.
Chad
Chad.
Caruso, yeah.
Same thing. I was doing YouTube. He's in all my YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Long Island.
yeah.
I'm the Godfather, bro.
Yes.
You were the first person I ever met. I was like, damn, this guy's really onto his TV thing that he's doing.
Yeah.
You were just filming everyone that you came across.
Well, that was my
I'm
thing.
just mad at him that he ever stopped. Imagine how big he would have been if he never stopped.
But the beautiful part about that is like, who knows what it would have been? I don't know if I would have been annoying. Who knows what deal? Like,
Well, you
companies I
would have
would've-
been annoying. We know that part about
But I'm
it.
saying like companies I would have worked for. I mean, yeah, if I stayed with YouTube and it was early, it was 2009.
Yeah.
Nobody was doing.
Oh, you would have had a gajillion followers, man.
2009. What? YouTube was 2005, right?
I got on in 2009, May 4th, 2009.
YouTube.
That's still ahead of the game. Like,
Yeah.
even though it had started 4 years prior, regardless, that's
Yeah.
still
I
like
think it was 2005.
that footing is
I
early.
should have kept doing vlogs. I might have an unknown vlog. Excuse me. Unknown vlog the day you were trying the front feeble barrel heel or laser
Where?
flip.
Oh, at Compton?
Yeah, I have a whole edit that day. Little Johnny going out. I might drop that one. It was unseen. That was like one of the last episodes I filmed. It was like Shane, Heath, Chance, Dan, Dario, all of you guys. But Yeah, who knows what but you always say this, they can't cry over spilled milk.
It's true.
What am I going to go back in time and be like, oh, I should have filmed this and I could have, should have, but guess what? I didn't. But at this
Now we know not to make that mistake again, right?
Yeah. I mean, but if you go back on my trajectory, you're like, okay, he was one of the first people on YouTube, and there wasn't no like YouTube stigma. There wasn't like, oh, you're a YouTuber. It was like, hey, how you doing? It was just, it's Spanish Mike TV, man.
Yeah, I got
people didn't understand what it was. I think
Yeah.
back then they were like, "Who? What? Spanish Mike TV? What?
Yeah.
Who?" I was like, "Who?"
But
is
there's
this
a
dude?
lot of people now, they're putting TV at the end of their names. Just saying.
You're the first person to ever do it.
The Godfather.
Always on the forefront, this guy.
Someone's got to do it. You know? if I'm going to be the one to do it, I'm going to do it.
Get it.
That's facts, man. Mike's not afraid to just put himself out there. That's what I love about him.
Love it.
I mean, look at him now, man. He's turning Lil Wayne pro. Getting
Well, no,
rid of
that
boards.
was Phil, and I helped Phil facilitate that, and Tori, and like it's a special moment for a good homie. So
That was really amazing, bro. I'm stoked to see how that all like orchestrated.
that's still crazy to this day. Like I was telling him the other day, Wayne shot a music video at Paul's Park with John Baptiste. Did he say his name? John Baptiste?
That is it.
I'm not
Yeah,
familiar,
an artist.
yeah.
And I pull up late. I remember telling him I was like tripping. So I pull up, and I see his van leaving. I'm like, all right, I wave to the security. And I get out of my car. My car's still on. I hear a security guard, Spanish. I'm like, oh, shit, am I in trouble? I get out of the car. The door opens up like a movie. Wayne gets out, just daps me up. He's like, yo, bro, love, bro. Thank you for letting us use the park. Shout out, Paul. Like, yo, you guys, bro, appreciate it. Like, in the parking lot, leaving, could have just kept going.
Right.
Stopped. And I was like, damn, that's kind of crazy. Like, I was tripping Paul. I called Paul. I was like, dude, he's your homie. I'm like, I know he's my homie, but it still trips me out to this day. Like, he stopped, went out of his way.
Yeah.
Could have just kept it moving.
Right.
Security's probably like, yo, Spanish is here. He was like, he was looking for you. So.
Now, but he
That's
has
dope.
that respect though. Lil Wayne, shout out to Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Man. He has the utmost respect for a lot of skateboarders that he's come across, and he loves this shit. And
He
you can
does.
tell if you can't tell he's being
for
genuine,
sure.
you're bugging by now. Like this dude has been skating for a long time now.
Years.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
Like,
at least
so,
13, 14 years.
I mean,
Yeah.
that
He's
just
going to
within
X
itself, man.
Games and spectating, and like
Yeah.
he's all
Yeah.
about it, man.
I think I was at a video premiere. It could have been a primitive premiere. I don't know what, but Lil Wayne was there, and like he went out of his way to come up to me. I was like, bro, like
That's hard.
That's tight.
I'm a big fan, bro.
Yeah.
So it was a really cool like experience to have something like that happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Dude, even he came. Dude, Spanish got him like to come here.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
our early dude. It was episode 25, dude.
Yeah. And
We
I'm
had
like,
no idea what we're doing, and this dude is just the most famous guy in the world, almost coming in here.
Isn't
They have
his,
some random dudes.
Isn't his blunt paper?
yeah, we got his blunt action
Ashes-
still.
Ashes
Still up there.
Wow.
Yeah.
He
Kept
walked
him.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a rabbit running around. He's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah. But it was rad because
Yeah.
like he came in and you could just tell he's like looking around, boards on the way. He's like, oh, that's sick. That's sick. Oh, he's like, just, you know, and you're just like, this is weird.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne's in the house and he's like fanning out over all the stuff that's in here, like all the skate memorabilia,
Yeah,
you know, and then he
yeah.
sits down and you're just like,
Is this really happening?
Lil Wayne is here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that whole.
I don't know how you even conducted that interview. I would have like froze up.
Well, I'm going
and
to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this.
started,
Because
you seemed very calm, cool.
I
collected.
wasn't though, because I didn't know how long he was going to stay here for. I think it was a time where he was getting up during interviews and kind of just, you know, I was like, I don't know how long. I was kind of rushing it. I didn't know if he's going to be here 20 minutes and be like, all right, I'm out, fam. Like, I got to go. But after like 20 minutes or so and just seeing how relaxed he was and like, I'm like, okay,
I think he's
let
gonna-
me calm down a little bit. And like, I think he's chilling. He's
Dude,
chilling for a couple hours.
When it started, though, it was real quiet in here. He was sitting there, rolling like he was just smoking, not saying one word. We're all not saying one word. Chris starts talking basketball
Because
He's
I knew
all-
he had just come from the Laker game.
and so he's all, what? And he starts talking basketball, and they start going. They just, and we
He
all
warmed-
start
warmed
talking.
him up.
And then he's like, oh yeah, let's go. We're ready to go now. Like it was just like this basketball talk got him realize
got him
that,
sparked.
like, oh yeah, we all have something in common here.
Yeah.
And then it just went.
And then right then and there, I was like, okay, let me do the intro. Let me get this going right here.
Yeah.
Because he had just come from the Laker game. So I'm like, oh, Laker. He was just there.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Oh, it started
It was
at
a
like
trip.
10:30 at night.
Oh, yeah,
11,
he
11
was
at
here
night?
late, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It was after the
I mean,
game.
if Lil Wayne's coming,
it's gonna be late.
We got to get him back on the show. Man.
He already said it. I told him. I was like, "Yo, 9 Club wants you back." He's like, "Say less."
Let's go.
That would
Yeah.
be so
He's going.
fun.
He's coming back on.
Get him. And
And-
doesn't he have a project coming out like pretty soon? I just saw something. I'm like,
Carter 6.
there we go.
That was the funniest thing because we're sitting there. Look at Roger's right next to him.
Roger.
So epic.
I'm sitting there.
That's
Kelly's in the
crazy.
corner, and he's like telling this thing where he's dropping this new album.
Yeah, the
No one
funeral.
knew.
And it's going the funeral. It's going right over our heads. I'm like, oh, cool, man! You're coming
Yeah.
out with new music. Awesome, Lil Wayne.
And he had never talked about it.
No.
bro.
That's
It
so
went
sick.
viral. Every hip hop
Blog,
outlet
Some
everything.
Breakfast
picked
Club.
it up. Breakfast
That's
Club
so
was talking
dope.
about it.
Yes.
And I was just like, cool, Lil Wayne.
He
Awesome.
dropped an exclusive.
He did.
crazy.
Yeah, look, he was psyched.
Yeah, it was cool, man.
Wow.
But
That
thank
was-
you for hooking that up.
Of course,
And,
of course.
Yeah,
See?
that was
That's
fun.
love.
Again, we were
The Godfather.
So-
Sorry, the Godfather, bro.
Forefront of everything here.
but we were just as a podcast in a whole, we were just still all wet behind the ears. We still were trying to
Kelly
figure.
saw the
Oh my
button.
God.
I got the button going.
Got the beanie going.
Kelly's like, dude,
Didn't even say anything. Just, dude.
What was this, like 5-6 years ago?
Dude, this was like 2016.
2016.
seven years ago.
Yeah.
Shit, this is the first
That's
year.
the first year.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was, dude, episode 25.
It was nuts.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
That shit started.
Look at the
off,
old table. Like, that table was jacked. That's the all his, the ashes, the blunt ashes.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
still got him
are
up in
right
there. Yeah.
above Paul. Yep.
Well, when he comes for the second one, you got to let him ash in the same one so you can just
Straight up.
add to it.
I don't want to
Add
add
on.
to it.
Add on.
Didn't you
no,
guys?
it was a trip.
Didn't you guys have something? I remember, like, if you get Drake on the 9 Club, I'll give you like $6,000. Didn't you say that to him
You
or
said
something?
something.
Probably. I'm
Some-
always throwing out some
I think so.
some wild bets at him.
No, but I think it was more than that. It was like 50 grand or something. He said something wild. Like, you won't get Drake on here. I was like, all right, let me figure this out. Talk to Wayne and talk to Drake to get on here. And then,
I'm always throwing some wild shit at him just for fun. But because like I admire that about him. Like his he doesn't have inhibitions in just reaching out to whoever. I don't care. I'll ask whoever what. What's the problem? What they can say? No. Okay. Well, pick somebody. I'll DM them right now. I'll call FaceTime them. I'm like, geez, dude. Like, yo.
But
yo,
wait, do you have that same mentality when it comes to Drake?
what, to
Like,
getting him
you go
on the
up
show?
like, hey, yo, what's up, Drake? Hey, wanna come? Like,
Well, no, because I haven't like had the ability to like meet him at a proper setting where someone's like, "Yo, like maybe then they'd be like, all right, let's get you on the 9 Club." He'd be like, "Oh yeah, the 9 Club, let's do that." Who knows?
see.
You're still
We'll get,
you're
we'll
still
get Drake
banking on
and
this
Khaled
bet,
on
huh?
here. Yeah.
Yeah, Khaled would definitely come. Khaled would be like, "It breaks my heart that they didn't believe in us, Kelly." They didn't though, but it's all good. No, but I'm excited. I look forward to seeing Wayne on here that long of a gap, and then with his board on the wall and like
Oh yeah.
showing
Yeah.
new clips.
So sick.
Like,
I think it would be because again, we were so new to podcasting and just talking to people in general, like on a platform, and I think it would be such a different conversation nowadays.
and it was sick. I think he really appreciated it because we didn't talk about music really at all, except for that funeral thing at the end.
Yeah.
That he threw that out of nowhere at the end. We're like, oh, so that's why you're saying, oh, what? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But we talked about skating for 2 hours.
And he was all about.
And he was all
I
about
was
it.
tripping out
Yeah.
that like
He knows his shit.
He didn't want to talk. I don't think he wanted to talk about music. You know what I mean? I think he was just like, oh, this is nice. They don't want to about what I got going on,
Right.
like music wise.
And here's the thing too, is like I didn't know, like you guys were skating with Lil Wayne at the time. I'm sure you had talked to him. Like for me, that's the first time I met him. First time I talked to him about skating, and we're like, oh, he's talking about this and that, and who his favorite skater is. He's like, oh, I love John
Alex Midler.
Alex
No,
Midler.
Alex Midler got him into
Oh,
skating.
John
but
Dixon.
John Dixon.
Yeah.
He's like,
Wow.
yeah, I'm John Dixon fan. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, hold
Wow.
on. Lil Wayne loves John Dixon. Like this is crazy.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, right?
This is crazy.
Yeah, it's a trip.
He's got some good switch flips, man.
Yeah.
It's good.
He does.
I remember a good Wayne story. Him pulling up to the barracks in the Maybach, and he door opens and he's watching the new Transworld video. I think it might have been with
Like duo or something.
Walker Ryan.
Oh, what is that one called?
It was.
I remember. I know which one.
Yeah, but I was tripping. I was like, my man's watching the Transworld video in the back of the Maybach. Like this is sick. Like, you know, that was definitely a cool skate moment for me seeing him like. But nah, bro, he watches, he knows.
Yeah.
Like, he went to X Games recently, did the Tony Hawk podcast. Like,
He's been in the street leagues and stuff too, right? Yeah. And Bout the Barracks. I've seen him there once.
has he?
I'm pretty sure I've seen him at Bout the Barracks.
That's tight.
Yeah.
No, it's awesome. Every time I was in Tampa and he was there, he would always hit me like, "Yo, I'm at Tampa," and like go walk with him. It was like, this is crazy. Like him sit and watch it and like.
Yeah, he sat right behind like the judges, I remember, or like in the back booth right there up top.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, it's kind of intimidating to see him because you're like, oh, this dude probably gets approached by so many people. I don't want to like bother this
Well,
guy.
I feel like a lot of celebrities have that skate, like Bieber. You know, like there's a lot of celebrities that have that kind of thing. But I feel like Wayne he's kind of like the first celeb that's really in
No, but
deep
he
the way that he
does
is.
it.
Yeah.
He does it
No, I know, but
regularly.
He
that's what I'm saying.
entrenched
Now. I
himself.
feel like he's like the first almost
Committed. Yeah. Like who never skated before and then started while you're already like one of the most famous people in the world. Yeah, for sure.
That's
Yes,
crazy.
definitely.
Yeah, some
And
people
stuck with it. And
Yeah.
really like is relentless.
He's probably the
with it.
only one I can think of who was like already super famous and decided to pick up skating
and then keep going.
and not
Yeah,
stop.
How old
Yeah,
was
yeah.
he when he?
He was like probably
Dude, this stuff it's crazy to think.
late 20s, 28.
I ain't doing any of the stuff that he's doing. Like
That was kind of gnarly.
Bro,
Actually, back 5-0.
he
off that
forward slid
thing.
that down the rail at his bar. Like what? Yeah, bro. I filmed that.
Damn that.
He edited all this.
It
too.
is kind of a
This is
trip,
this
though.
is-
Oh, he edited this.
Yeah, I remember him being psyched. Like, yo, I'll put this together
Oh my god.
on iMovie.
I think I was there when he did that
Yeah.
5-0.
Daytime sessions. Like, bro, what?
Wow, what?
That still trips me out.
It's so crazy, bro.
It's crazy.
No, this is gnarly. I tell him all the time, like, bro, the back five we did at Beebles with the ramp. Hell no. Look,
Oh, he did it down the
no,
Bubba.
I'm not doing that.
The ride on back 5-0.
Just going back to like 2007, 2006, when this dude and Lil Wayne has always
Getting
been
out
on
the
fire.
Wraith.
That's
but just-
right.
Sick.
Just him getting on a skateboard after we just been listening to this dude like psycho,
Yep.
and
I
just
know,
to
he
see
was-
him like doing what he's doing is amazing.
It's
bro.
funny because like the most famous,
I was there that night too.
dude, and
So crazy.
he's watching with the Woodward show
Mm-hmm.
randomly with Alex Midler,
Yeah.
and he's like, I want to do this. I want to skate,
Yeah.
That's
and he
what got
started skating.
psyched.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that he was motivating skaters before he even skated.
Oh,
was-
yeah,
with
yeah,
music,
yeah,
it's
for
like,
sure.
I think that's
Yeah,
what I told him.
that's
I was
what
like,
I'm saying. The
I'm like,
music, that's what did
I've
it.
been listening to your music while we're skating like crazy, dude. Before you even stepped on a skateboard, so that's like
What
you've always
park
been
is this?
influenced.
Yeah, what ramp was that? Where that
Oh, that's in
thing went
Europe.
up?
That's in Europe.
Where the little Manny went up?
Yeah, what?
What the hell? I've
On
never seen that
hydraulics.
before.
That's got to be like Sweden or something, dude.
Yeah, it says Noord. Is that Netherlands?
Norway or something.
Maybe.
He be all over the world.
Yeah, it's a trip, man.
Yeah.
I love that.
No, his park is fun.
Yeah.
You should go to Miami and go to his park.
Does he
Is it
still
the-
have
Good
it?
video. Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Is that the park in his backyard, or he had one on the roof? I
One on
think
the
he was
roof,
talking
but I'm
about.
saying that's the one at the warehouse. He's
Oh,
at.
they still got a warehouse. Yeah. Get him back on the show, dude.
Yeah.
I love to rap
I mean,
out
I
with
could
him.
FaceTime him right now if you want me to.
No,
Let's
no,
get
you're
it.
good. Yeah.
No, hey,
he
do
loves,
it right now.
He loves
FaceTime
doing
him.
that
FaceTime
stuff. He
him. Yeah,
loves
FaceTime him.
He
What are you
loves
talking about?
FaceTiming people.
How do you, what camera do you want it?
Dude, don't do it right now.
Why,
No,
why
don't do it.
not? Why not?
You want me to FaceTime or don't FaceTime?
Because it's
Fuck
like
yeah.
Go for it.
we're just like trying to like.
Hey, you're
we're
just on a
FaceTime.
show
Hey,
right
we're
now.
on a show.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
just flexing to FaceTime you now. Like it's kind
I'll
of.
FaceTime if you guys want me to FaceTime him.
I say,
You
I
know
say
what?
do it.
You and Jerron go in the back room. And
Yeah, you gotta do it.
FaceTime him.
Guys, we would have FaceTime him, but
You,
we
yeah,
got,
that was a
I
moment.
don't know, I
We
feel
would have
weird,
had a
like,
moment.
all of
What?
a sudden, like he just whatever he's possibly doing right now, answering like just expecting us to talk to his homie and like, oh, my homie's put me on blast on some show now. All of a sudden,
he
like,
knows that he knows that.
I think he would be
He knows
fucking
Spanish.
psyched, bro, on some real shit.
maybe.
whatever. If you guys want me to wait, it's fine.
See, but that's the good thing about him is like he'll do that.
He
stuff.
will. He will.
Do you, Mike?
Me, I get all shit. Like
Don't
You
show
don't wanna
Paul.
bo- you
Look
don't-
it.
you
Don't
don't-
show Paul.
You don't want to bother.
Paul ain't even here.
You don't
You're
want to
here.
bother him. You don't want to bother him. That's
yeah, I'm just
And
yeah.
then if he doesn't answer, he doesn't answer. Call me
him or
back.
even like just anybody, he'll do it and I'll just be like, maybe do it when I'm like, I don't know, I feel weird, like But I also have like the extreme opposite of what he is. Like I'll hide from people and not want to reach out at all. And like,
It's Spanish reaching out. It ain't
Yeah.
Paul. It's
Yeah.
Spanish.
I know.
it's good though. It's
I
good,
love it.
man. Shout out to Lil Wayne, man. We gotta
Big
get
shout
him
out,
back
bro.
on the
Big
show.
shout out.
For sure.
For sure. But a lot of things have happened. I mean, you've been on the show a bunch for our experience show and our live show and stuff like that.
I'm just like I say, man. Anytime you guys need me, just give me a call. I'm here.
We love having you here,
Straight
dude.
up.
Both you guys, to be honest. But yeah,
we love being
bro.
here.
I think the raddest thing that I just saw you at was the Girl 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Man.
Oh yeah,
That was
yeah.
crazy.
That was really fun. I can't fathom
Seriously.
20 years.
20 years. Well,
Yeah.
no, Girl's been 30 years.
No, I
coming
know
up,
that.
But,
No, just
the
since the
Yeah
video.
Right video,
Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah.
And so ABD, shout out to Mike Moe and Vince Capaldi
Big
and
shout
Mike
out.
Marasco, but they put together this panel just for people that don't know. They Mesa, BA, Carol, Rick, Jerron, P-Rod, Costin. It was mind blowing. Just the stories. We could have sat there for 4 hours. I feel
For
like.
real.
Man,
Just taking me back, those memories, man.
reflecting, man. It was
I like
cool.
this because it was all just like this, off the top of the head talk. It was no planning. It was just sit there and go.
Yeah.
Other than Chris directing a little bit more. but-
Yeah, I mean, I had little
Other
questions.
than
and stuff
Chris
like
with that
Yeah.
list of questions in his hands. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well, I had to do something, you know.
Yeah,
I got to
I was like,
prepare a little bit, but it was so fun, man, and just seeing these guys together.
That was Chris's list of names.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
who-
couldn't remember anyone's name.
The guy
so
sitting
he-
to my right, his name's Paul.
What was it like watching all this old footage?
I remember that like it was yesterday, man.
Do you really? You got
Yeah.
that vivid of a memory of this?
Some of the things, obviously,
Okay, okay.
certain time frame, like timeline, things get shifted around. But like, yeah, doing that nollie flip
With the slow-mo camera following
with the slow-mo
you.
camera following me, on my first ever signature board that I rode on Girl.
That's crazy.
Or
They
ever,
gave
I'm
you
just
it
saying,
that
like-
at
Yeah.
that day, or you had it the night before?
I must have had it already and had it set up,
Yeah. Huh.
bringing it there, but it was my first one.
It's crazy. 20 years ago.
Yeah,
That's
man.
a
I love hearing.
trip.
My favorite thing was hearing the whole thing about Owen Wilson and that how like
Oh,
you thought
yes.
you thought that they already were
I
homies.
thought,
or
yeah,
something?
I thought they were all the homies. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know these guys knew Owen Wilson. I'm just thinking, in my mind, Spike's this big director. They're all tight with Spike. I'm thinking that I knew like Costin like being tight with Leo DiCaprio back in the day. So I'm just
Yeah.
thinking these guys are all just holy shit tied up in that scene. You know, they're all in that LA scene or whatever. You know, and I was just when I saw it, I thought it was that, and then that was my first time hearing that. No, we didn't know anything. Never met him. Like, oh, he just showed up. Like, whoa.
Wait, that night was your first time hearing it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I had never heard that either.
When they had told the
that's
story,
funny.
I assumed this whole time that oh, it's just like one of Spike's boys, like just.
Right.
But
just down
Spike,
to
it was
do
first. It was Spike's first time meeting him that day.
Yeah, that's what it was tripped. I was
That's
like,
clout,
what?
bro. He had the clout already. That yeah. to make
And
that
I like the
happen.
fact that Owen Wilson flaked on him a couple times because he wasn't ready.
Yeah, he didn't feel
prepa-
ready.
He didn't
That's-
feel ready with the lines and he really wanted to. And because I'm thinking, oh, they might have done a bunch of takes and everything. All that was just one take. Just Owen Wilson,
Good.
front salad, back salad from Blunt. Like, oh,
Where did
Spanky
he-
did that in the America video. Like, you're like, this, how? This
Yeah,
is crazy.
that's
Did
the
they
craft.
give him lines? Did they? Or he
Yeah.
just,
Yeah,
okay.
he had lines,
I
but
think they gave him
he-
a script,
Yeah.
and he like, yeah.
But there wasn't any rehearsal
No.
or any different takes.
There was one word that he used in that whole thing that was really
Blitzed.
blitzed. He's like he blitzed that American
he
video.
blitzed that in the American video.
Say Spanky
He
posted
meant to
that
say
in the
Blunt's
American
line.
but,
video.
but it was perfect. It was like it was kind of perfect.
Right.
You know, it was like it wasn't a skate trick, obviously, but he
Right.
kind of.
But what about you? You don't have an ender.
Like all that was amazing.
I'm like,
Have an
oh my
answer for
God.
me, man.
Locked a kid in the trunk. I shit you not.
Yeah.
Locked a kid in the trunk.
I know Mike because I was there too watching, and me and Mike were just like, the fan was blowing super hard. You couldn't hear anything, but we were sitting there just.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta rewatch it.
I was sitting right there. I could kind of barely hear because it
Well,
was
some
hot
of
in
the
there.
guys, like Rick was talking so low. I was like trying to lean over to listen when Rick was talking, but like some of the guys, were talking low volume. But
Yeah.
man, it was just
Like, these guys are not in those situations where they're being interviewed all the time. You know what I
Carol
mean?
definitely was a little awkward. Just a
Straight
little.
up.
He
And
was funny,
Carol,
dude.
Carol's come on here before. Like
For
he's
sure.
he's
Yeah.
done interviews. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But he was definitely a little nerve wracked.
Yeah,
For
I mean
sure.
that was like kudos to Mike Mo and Vince and Marasco.
Yes.
That was a real deal production.
Yeah.
Like that really felt like
I mean,
heavy.
yeah, Mike had like what 6 cameras or just huge lenses, like shit you would see at a football field, like you know. And then they had this huge.
If you let
screen.
Spanish put together this rack, it'd be a couple iPads behind us.
Hey, as long as it's getting done, it's getting done. One way or another, people are gonna see it. It can be shot on a potato. It doesn't matter at this point.
But
As
dude,
long
it
as
was
it's done.
That fan was so loud
It was.
that the audio dude's like, oh, he guess he did stuff for Metallica.
I was like,
He was like, oh no, don't worry about it.
I'll just remove that.
In post, it's done.
I'll
It's
remove
out.
it.
Yeah, I was like, damn, I've never heard.
Bro,
of
because it was
Nah,
hot as hell.
I like
in
that.
there.
Yeah, that was.
If
gnarly.
that AC was off, it would have been,
it would have been different.
We would have
games.
been sweating.
sweaty.
Yeah.
for sure.
Audio is the hardest part too, because I know
Situation.
that if you try to remove certain things, you could sound like you're underwater. Then, like it's tough, it's difficult.
okay.
Yeah.
They
But
did
he
a
had
good
it down.
job, man.
Yeah, he had it down. But yeah, that was cool, man. 20 years, dude. It's so crazy to think about that. How
It feels like yesterday, man.
Do you have that first board still?
That actual one?
Not the one,
No.
but just the graphic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get the invite for the 30 year? thing?
You know what? Smythe hit me up, and like I was having a flustery day. I totally spaced on.
Wait,
hitting
when
back.
is it?
It already happened, right?
No,
it's,
it's-
it's coming up.
October.
October 14th.
Oh, word! I'm there.
Yeah, you got some time.
Sick.
Calendar.
Yes, I'd love
Put it
to.
on the calendar.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I remember I was there for the 10th anniversary. I was on
So
Girl.
sick.
10th
That's crazy.
anniversary. That must have been tough, dude. When you quit to go on to start
Well,
your other venture.
Do you want
Oh,
to
he's
tell?
doing
Have you
Plan
ever
B.
told the story?
He was doing Plan
Oh,
B.
Plan B. Plan
Yeah,
B. That's
yeah.
right. That's right.
I've actually told the story this morning, but I don't mind telling the story. It was nothing bad.
No, I'm just.
Is Mike
saying.
asking you? Was he asking you this morning about that? What
No,
was going on?
I did another interview this
Oh,
morning
okay,
prior to getting here.
You may have told it on this show before. I'm not really sure.
You might
but-
have.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was hard for me. It was like scary. You know, it's a breakup. You know, when you anytime you quit a company, you're breaking up with someone essentially.
And I feel like it was your heroes growing up, and
For sure. It was, you know, girl at that point, especially and all growing up, it was the pinnacle. It was like you could do no better in our world. In skateboarding, it's like you could get no better. Like you have all the best sponsors. It can get no better. It wasn't a thought that was crossing through my mind. But one day I get a call out of nowhere, and it's Danny Way on the phone. Only had met him one time at Ken Block's house a few years before at
Dude,
a Christmas party.
I was randomly there too.
Yeah.
I was okay. Random. I don't know why I was there.
Yeah.
But
So you
It's like
remember.
we're like 19 or something,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
No, I would have met him. Yeah, I would have been 18.
18. Okay. Sorry.
I think going on 19. I think that was Christmas 2003.
Mm-hmm.
And I was down there at a Christmas party. That's cool that you were there.
That was so random.
And I remember talking to him and just having a brief conversation with him, whatever, hanging out. Rest in peace, Ken Block. And so then I had never talked to him since then. And then one day, I get a phone call, some random number, answered it. Hello, hey Paul, it's Danny Way. I'm like, oh, what's up, man? And you know, he was actually in the hospital recovering from a surgery. I forget on
probably
what.
the many surgeries.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
had.
I forget on what, but he's calling me and he was telling me like, "Hey, man, we're really looking to bring back Plan B, and you know, we want you to be a part of it." And at that time, you know, I knew what Plan B was. I knew the legacy, and I knew what it meant for Danny Way to call you and like ask you to help be part of, you know, bringing that legacy back to life. So I was like, took it very serious, and he was telling me, you know, like who he wanted on the team. He's like, look, it's PJ Ladd, Ryan Gallant, and Colin, and myself right now. We just need you. Like, he's like, I got the okay from the other guys, and to be honest, like if we don't get everybody this cast, then I don't think we're even gonna do it. You know, so
Wow.
like, I was like,
That's a lot of pressure right
yeah,
there.
yeah, I don't know if that was for sure or that was just his way of
I was
like,
gonna say that might
yeah.
be called bullshit on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But
And
who
I-
knows?
But I
Maybe
remember
he's-
that, and I was just like, oh shit, really? And he was like telling me they were originally gonna do it through Dwindle. He's like, Dwindle, they're gonna back us to this and that, and I was like, whoa. Well, can I think about this? You know, and he's really intimidating. You know, and especially at that age, I was 19, 20. No, I was 20. I was 20 years old, you know, he was really just, his voice and everything, really intimidating. Oh, yeah. Maybe I can have a moment to think about it. Like, up until this 5 minutes before this phone call, I would have never thought about quitting girl ever. You know, it was just like, never a thought.
Yeah.
And then 5 minutes later, I'm having this full life altering decision that I have to compute. Like, what do I do? Do I need this, and that, and then like.
But he gave you time to think about it, obviously.
Just the day, and then he called me the next day. Boom, hey, what's up, man? Just checking in. Like, how you doing? Like, what do you think?
That's
like, well,
quick.
and he's talking to me, and I'm just like, still not fully sure at this moment, on the fence. And then during that conversation, I was just like, fuck it, go for it. Yeah, I'm down. You know.
Wow.
I ended up finished talking to him, and I remember it was raining that day, raining like really heavy. And I hang up the phone. I'm like, what did I just do?
Oh.
I was like, I was thinking about it. Like, it was sinking in. I'm like, all right. So what it is? I guess I gotta call Rick. You know. So I call Rick. Hey, Rick, how you doing? Hey, what's up? How you doing? You know, just at the office. I'm like, oh, cool, man, nice. Like, it's just chilling. I'm like, small talking. I'm like, hey, listen, and I wasn't allowed to say anything. Danny asked me not to say anything or what it is at this point. And I was like, hey, listen, like, I know this sounds weird, but like, you know, like, I got this really big opportunity, a board brand, to be an owner, have an ownership position in it, blah, blah. And
okay.
it's a really cool opportunity, and I think it's really awesome. He's like, well, what is it? I was like, well, I can't really talk about it. I can't really say anything. You know, it's just something that I think I need to do. He's like, oh, why don't you just tell me? Like, he was really, like, I was like,
Why don't you just tell me about it?
Yeah.
Sounded like Kramer.
Yeah. Why don't you just tell me what movie?
Yeah, exactly.
Movie phone.
Yeah. 555 Filk. Anyways, back to the, you know, he's talking. He's like, well, before you make any hasty decision, like, you want to just come in the office and talk? And, you know, from where I lived in Chatsworth to Torrance was far, and it was raining like gnarly, and I was only like had my license for like a year or two at that point. I was like, well, it's
raining.
But realistically, I just was nervous to go face him in person, because I was like, they're gonna talk me back into it. I knew it. Like, at this point, I knew I was easily swayable, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a little, it's just like, it's raining bullets, dude. I don't feel comfortable driving like that far, like right now. Like, I don't know. It's like, all right, cool. Like, well, you know, maybe tomorrow. I was like, yeah, maybe tomorrow. Of course, the next day it was fucking sunlight out, perfect, beautiful day. So I ended up driving down to Girl the next day. I sat in the office with Rick, Megan, and Mike. Had the conversation with them, and by then somehow they knew it was Plan B.
It's a small industry.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
But
especially Mike and Rick are from Plan B.
that's yeah.
It's crazy.
And so they knew it was Plan B. They're like, so, getting on Plan B? I said, huh? I don't know. I was like so like caught off guard that I like
Gotcha.
yeah. I was like, I don't even remember what I said, if I admitted to it or I still try to play dumb. I don't know. And we just talked about it for a while. Like, why would you want to do that? Like, what's up? Like, boom, boom. Like, I was like, well, you know, it's an opportunity to be an owner in the company, you know, like, and I said that. I was like, well,
That's the
you guys,
biggest.
you know, like, I'm just trying to be, you know, getting the game like you guys are. You know, you guys went from Plan B to Girl. It's just ironic that I'm going from Girl to Plan B, but like, you know, like, I'm just trying to be like you guys. Like, I love it here. It's not that I'm unhappy or was ever thinking about it. It's just, it literally came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, so, you know, we had that conversation. It was all cool. Shook hands. Everything was fine. Left. And then I called up Danny, told him, hey, I just left Girl. It's official. I'm down. And then somehow Jason Maxwell at Syndrome gets word of this, and he hits me up like, hey, because shortly before this, he was talking to me like, hey, man, let's do your own board company through Syndrome, blah, blah, blah. Because I used to be with them on DNA, but then I was
That's
riding
where it
for
started.
Silver and all that.
Yeah.
So he was trying to talk to me actually just a few months before this, and I was like, nah, dude, I want to stay on Girl. Like, he was trying to get me to start my own brand through them.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't think so. Somehow he got word of it, and he hit me up like, hey, before you guys make any official deals or anything, please consider us, like, you know that deal that I was just talking to you about doing your own board? I'll do the same thing, but for this, for Plan B, whatever, blah blah blah. And I was like, all right, well, I'll ask Danny if he's interested in talking to you, and I'll connect you guys, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like, yeah, I ended up talking to Danny. Said, hey, they were gonna offer me something. You know, if you want to hear him out, whatever, I can connect you guys, whatever. So they connected, they talked. I guess, you know, him and Colin went and had some meetings over there, liked what they heard, and so they pulled it from Dwindle and went with Syndrome.
Wow,
Okay,
I never knew
nice.
this.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So
Crazy.
that happened, and then we went there, and like Syndrome, like literally, I think they were just desperate to get us, and they fucking threw bread at us.
That's what I
I'm
heard.
not gonna lie, this is just between us, 9 Club. Okay?
Yeah. Nobody's
and
listening.
everyone watching.
Nobody.
But those first 3 years on Plan B, I was getting paid more than I was getting from Nike.
Right.
Yeah,
Wow.
like it was like they were paying me more better than Nike was.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm gonna need another drink for this.
and but all the guys on the team like
They were all getting paid like
they were
that.
all getting
I
paid
heard it
better
was-
than they were at their shoe sponsors.
Wow.
Which is unheard of, which never happened
In
back
the
then.
industry, we were hearing about all this stuff, and we're like, how are they going to even stay in business?
Yeah, like,
this is crazy.
I didn't
They're getting
understand numbers
3
and all
years.
that stuff the first 3 years.
I heard numbers when Gallant left Expedition, so I was super bummed that he left. But I was like, oh yeah, okay, makes sense. Going
What,
for
what were those numbers?
all these viewers. All these
okay, you want me to
people
say
are
it?
gonna-
I heard he's
Yeah.
paying $10,000 a month.
That's what I was heard too.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah,
Amazing.
I was
Five
getting
digits.
more than that.
yeah, I bet.
Well, you were part owner.
No, all of us were. All of us
okay,
were.
Okay. Oh,
All
they
of
gave
us-
the ownership to everybody.
Yeah, all of us had ownership.
Oh.
Yeah, I was getting paid even more than that, and like I couldn't believe. And not to mention, I remember we were at the La Costa Resort in Carlsbad or Cardiff or whatever.
Yeah.
And for our first dinner or whatever, like contract signing, whatever, everybody, all of us were there, and they gave us a fucking check signing bonus right then and there. Like what? Like this is crazy. Like,
How did they get all this money?
well, Syndrome was doing pretty well. You know,
This was
FKD.
Syndrome?
They had
Okay.
but you gotta think. They had FKD and they had the unit tool.
That's
and
right,
They had
the unit
freaking,
tool.
They had but at that time, you know, it was like status and DNA,
Yeah.
but like they had a big manufacturing and distribution.
Right.
But yeah, after about 3 years,
It took its toll.
it took its toll. And Jason Maxwell called and was just like, "Hey, dude, like, you know," he called us all like, "Look, we can't afford what we've been paying you guys. We
Right.
just can't." Blah blah blah, and cut us all about probably half.
Still.
Still great.
was
Still big.
still
chillin'.
better than anywhere
Yeah.
you're gonna go.
Big chilling.
But still, I mean, it was cool.
You were getting like good checks from like Silver and stuff like that too, right?
Silver was paying me crazy.
Yeah,
The truck company.
For trucks, it was crazy.
yeah.
What was that, like 2 racks?
5
5 for trucks.
Yeah,
silver
Oh,
for years.
go.
For years.
years.
I don't
So
know
you
why.
got-
I'm being way too open by the way.
No, it's awesome. This is
This
happened.
is old news. Old
Yeah.
stuff.
So you had Plan B giving you that, then you had Silver giving you that, then you had Nike giving you that.
Wow.
My fucking dude.
And Mountain Dew.
Oh.
and Target or
Not
was
Target
that
yet.
was-
No, not
okay.
Target yet.
Target was right around the corner.
But like, and still had like I think at that time maybe it was like industrial skate shop, like or yeah, but like
Any wheels?
Oh my God, that's when they were paying random
wheels
dudes.
back then. I was riding. No, I rode Plan B.
Plan B wheels.
Nixon.
Nixon. I was with
Ooh.
Nixon at that point too.
Okay,
I think
okay.
even Boost Mobile.
Yup.
Oh, Boost Mobile.
What's a check like that? Like
Where
you
you
have to
at?
say it, but is it free service and something or
Yeah. It was a nice check. It was more than what probably most people were getting from their shoe sponsors. It was, dude. At that time, it was crazy.
And you had that. You obviously had your agent at this point. in
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
too.
yeah.
When you left Plan B, how did that ownership? Did they pay you out, or did they just?
No,
how did
I
the
just-
ownership go?
I-
Did you
I
still
just-
own some of Plan B? Like,
No, I don't remember doing any actual paperwork or
Okay.
anything. But like, no, I
You
was
just
just
were
like,
like,
dude,
yeah, I'm
I'll
done.
just, I'll walk away.
because
from
for
it.
Plan B, you started primitive.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Right, which made more sense. Man, it's a trajectory though. Maybe Never Leaving Girl brought you to primitive. Who knows,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, well, obviously because
Yes.
it did happen, but yeah, had I never, I don't know what would have happened either.
Right.
But I guess it comes down to, first and foremost, I thank God always for putting me in the right positions at the right time, giving me the right opportunities. But like, you know, I believed in myself.
Yeah.
Especially during those.
I'd believe
that
in
era.
myself too if I was getting paid that much. I'd be like, damn, I'm worth something.
No. See, but the self belief comes before the pay. You know what I mean?
That's my
Like,
problem, I guess.
Yeah.
That's where Mike's gonna come in strong.
You gotta
dude.
believe
Like,
first.
I've been
man.
believing this whole time.
You know?
I've been believing, man.
I love it, dude.
Yeah, that you
That's
just
the
brought me back
foundation,
down
obviously.
memory lane, dude. I was rolling in the dough.
Crazy.
Man, if I only knew what I knew about investing now, though.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
If I
It's
knew
like night
then
and
what
day.
I know about investing now, can't cry over spilled milk.
Yeah, take your own words.
I know. I'm just saying, like,
He already knew he was going with that.
Yeah.
We're still on, right? We're gonna grab a drink.
You're good. You're good.
Okay.
You're good. Yeah.
This is some good talk.
Yeah.
You're right. He's kind of quiet.
He's
though.
so quiet.
Well, these are
Yeah.
actually good stories. Like, not that you don't tell good
I
stories.
feel
but this
bad
is
because I'm
pretty-
like hogging up the interview here.
I've never heard that story.
But listen, now that he's gone.
Oh, now they tell you just whisper. You can't hear. You can't
Listen, now that he's gone.
Open a can of whoop ass right now.
Yeah, did you guys ever get like? You guys ever like wrestle each other?
Physical.
Get, like,
You guys get physical.
Oh, so here's what happened. I stopped doing it after a while. Mike was a bullshitter. No, I forgot one day he was saying some shit and I was just fucking with it. I was like, you know what, Mike? That's it, man. I'm gonna just start tackling you at random times. And he was like, no, don't do that. Don't. So I started for probably a good few weeks, just at random moments, I would just grab him and tackle him. And he would, And then finally one day he said, you know what? I'm going to tackle you. I was like, please, join back. He's like, don't worry. When you least expect it, I'm going to tackle you. Still waiting.
Oh, son,
He hasn't tried once.
Expect the unexpected.
Oh, there we go. They're fighting right now. They're fighting.
What about any like phrases he's gotten off? Like number like
Hand-me-downs.
Oh yeah, we
he's
got a list. Oh, these are good, dude.
Some of them are good. Some of them might be out of context, so it wouldn't necessarily be funny to everyone. But every time he says something that I feel is silly, and Jess, his girlfriend, also keeps a stack of notes.
Yes.
Everybody's got
Mike quotes.
notes on you, man.
Yeah,
So
they do.
his first one that I saved was, today's not going to get done if it's not finished yesterday.
Okay. Okay. That's something.
Today is not going to get done if it's not finished yesterday.
That could be a fortune cookie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
head
yeah.
start.
They threw a pickle in my monkey wrench. He combined the two, you know.
Yeah.
I'm in a pickle, you know.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
let's see here. Oh, I think I probably said this one on the show. Hit him with 2 bird stones.
Yeah,
Hit
you
him
did,
with 2 birds.
You did say that before. Yeah.
Okay. Instead of it's a blessing in disguise, he says it's a blessing in the skies.
In the
There we
sky.
go.
I can
I
see
can
where
see
you
it. It kind of
yeah,
makes
okay,
sense,
yeah.
but you know.
There we
It
go.
does make sense.
Instead of and he's not wrong on this one too. Some of these he's not wrong. He's just not saying it right.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
they say, if it ain't broke,
Don't fix
Don't
it.
fix
Okay, he says, if it ain't broke, don't break it. Which is
Well, that's a
right.
good-
That's
That's true.
actually
This
It's
is
like-
true. That works. That
But
works.
like-
good saying.
But like he still fucked it up, but didn't fuck it up. Like if it ain't broke, well, don't break it.
True. It's true.
Let's see here. Some of these you won't understand, but one day I was rushing. I'm like, come on, Mike, like let's go. What are you doing? Like he was doing the dishes at his house. I was like, bro, let's go skate. Come on, hold on. I'm just rinsing the water.
I was so frustrated. Like I'm trying to get things done.
Just rinsing the water.
Really.
And like one day we were out skating and he had to fill up for gas, and gas is so expensive, kind of like now. And he was like, what's going on? Does gas just grow on trees around here? Like,
It's the prices, dude. It's skyrocketing.
and then of course hand-me-downs,
Yeah,
and then there's sink and hooker
Oh.
instead of hook, line, and sinker. You know, sink and hooker. He took too much more than he could chew.
Bit off.
Yeah, and I can keep going. You guys can stop me, but instead of saying, your toiletry bag,
Okay.
he calls it toilet trees. He wrote it that way. That's how I found out that he calls it that. Because he was writing a list or something, and it
like
was
go
written
shopping or
toilet
something?
trees.
Toilet trees.
But I'll go down to some of the newer ones.
Oh yeah, I gotta get some new ones in there.
I love that there's a list. He's like scrolling.
It's a long list.
This one I thought was funny, but he was saying something. I forget what he was saying. He works his magic. He's like, that's why they call it magic. When it happens, you never know if it's gonna happen again. Magic never strikes twice. It's not lightning, but hold on. I'll give you one last one. Where I just saw a steak, a filet mignon.
Yeah.
He calls it a flaming yawn.
Flaming yawn.
A flaming yawn.
Well, that's how it always sounded like to me.
It could sound like it, but it's like a flaming yawn. Like it's not.
No.
Anyway, those are just some.
Those are
I got like
Steak.
38 of them here. I don't want to take up the whole time.
38 of them.
Oh, return on your investment. That's an ROA, right?
ROA.
ROA. Return on
ROI.
investment. ROA.
I said it too fast. That's what happened.
Yeah. Just, I don't know. Some of this shit's funny to me. and not
Mike
the most-
loves this.
No, I
don't
think
know
it's
what-
funny because it's like he really has a list. Like I'll say something, and then all of a sudden it just go like this.
Oh. So on his birthday, he just turned 33 on August
Hey,
6th.
Hey,
Happy
great
birthday.
number. Great number.
He asked me, do you actually turn 33 the day of your birthday? I mean, does your body actually transformate to 33 the day of your birthday?
Yeah, it transforms.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're 32, but like, you know.
Yeah, it changed.
And then overnight, you're 33.
Yeah, no, I get it numberly wise, but I'm saying
Write that down. Write that
Numberly,
down.
I get it. Numberly wise.
But what I'm saying is like, physically, is your body turning into? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
Quite literally, every bit of you
Is 33.
33 in that
Yeah.
moment. Yes.
Mind, body, and
Yeah,
soul.
none of you is 32 anymore.
Yep.
freak.
Overnight.
Freak.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we're about to be in October.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that was lovely.
Wait, but you must learn a lot from this. You're
Oh, all the time.
You're like, oh,
I
that's
don't
how-
think
that's-
any of it sinks in.
It
Ever.
doesn't register.
I don't think any of it sinks in.
I should
man.
start my
Like,
own school of quotes here.
Well,
I feel like we got a head
I
start.
could be saying
yeah.
something futuristic that could be used in the near future.
but you don't know these are quotes though. Spanish, like you don't know that these
Oh,
are
I'm
quotes.
just saying stuff.
No,
But
he'll know generally whatever a
what it
quote
sounds
is,
like. Yeah.
but he always mangles it. But he's always like just a smidge off.
Yeah.
But it's like always like okay. Last one, my daughter Heaven was commenting one time because he naps a lot. She says, "Mike, you sleep a lot," and then Mike says, "That's what they think. Realistically, I'm up when I'm sleeping." All right, that's it for it.
What is this like? That's something that an old person would say. Like, oh, I'm just resting my eyes.
He literally said that to me the other day. But Jess knows.
Yeah, but I'm just always recharging for the next big thing. You never know.
Okay, what's the next big thing?
We're at the 9 Club. I had
What
to
do we-
recharge for this.
You already took a nap. We
Well,
started
no,
this thing at
I
noon.
was supposed to wake up earlier
Oh.
to go to the gym, and then it
You didn't.
overlap. And
Oh,
He
no,
decided he wanted to sleep in for the 9 Club. You know.
yeah,
Hey.
oh, nice.
You want to be
some energy.
recharged.
Yeah.
You're really charged. for
Charged
it.
up to have a chat.
Straight up.
Okay. Yeah.
We're charging.
How do you
here.
think this has gone so far?
I think it's going great.
Okay.
I mean,
Before you guys came here, we're all like, this is gonna be like just a real raw conversation.
Yes.
We're
Yeah.
not. There's no this. I know this is gonna be very easy. We're all friends.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
Yeah,
like.
but
yeah.
Mike
fluff.
Mike has been the least raw.
no. Let's not say I've chimed in enough where there was some bantering and chiming. But what I'm saying is, you're telling stories here. I'm not going to interrupt you about you telling when you left girl to go to Plan B. Like, I might be like, hey, by the way, were you
Why you do it all day, every day?
Yeah, but this is good. They want to hear it like nicely, not with the chiming in.
You, Mike.
Chime in after. It's for editing purposes, man. We want like people to know the story.
Hey, Mike, what question do you have for him? Because I know you ask him stuff like that all the time.
What question do I have for him?
Yeah, he does ask quite. Yeah, he asks some questions.
Damn, I'm trying to think.
You know, I found something. You can keep thinking. I'm sorry. I'm just, and this might sound mean, but again, this is our buddy.
Go ahead.
conversation. I've actually found something. You know how they say there are no such thing as dumb questions? They are wrong. They have not met Spanish Mike.
Yeah, but dumb could be good sometimes. Didn't Bill
Oh, it's
Gates,
great. It's
but
entertaining.
Didn't Bill Gates say he'd rather hire a lazy person than a
But
person
lazy
who-
and dumb are two different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But
lazy
you are good at
and
either.
dumb could kind of fall in the same path, in the same smart and working faster. You wouldn't put fast and lazy together. Lazy fast? No, you're not going to do that.
That was actually his point. He said he'd rather hire a lazy person over a non-lazy person because a lazy person will find the most efficient way to get something done.
Right.
Another word for efficient is fast, and
Smarter.
fast with quality.
Yes.
But they could also do it without quality and be lazy.
That's
Correct.
yeah.
Come on, bro. Like
I guess-
quality, quantity, lazy, fast, whatever it is. Bill Gates knows what he's talking about. Clearly, you should hire me. I'm lazy all the time, right? It's literally what we were talking about earlier. People got these jobs and just getting paid to be lazy. Like lazy is the new efficient.
That's right.
Efficiently lazy.
Boom.
You actually look at
There you
that.
go.
Look what he did.
Efficiently lazy.
That's you.
T-shirts coming soon on 9 Club merch.
Wait, one more question.
This is
What's
amazing.
so we talked about Andrew Reynolds last night on the show. Like I kind of said like, oh, my favorite period of Reynolds era was the 4-star Reynolds. What's your favorite era of P-Rod throughout his career?
Damn, that's a good one. I'm gonna say City Stars
City Stars.
Why?
because I just got into skating and I wanted to grow my hair out like that, and I tried really hard, but it worked when I had hair.
Okay.
But it's just, I don't know.
It's
I just
your
thought
hair.
it was cool, like the backwards hat with the flaring
Oh,
up the
yeah,
hair,
yeah.
like flex fit during that time.
That's usually when a little smaller, your gear shrink
Yeah,
down
yeah.
a little bit at certain point.
It just
right?
looked cool.
Yeah.
It just looked
Yeah.
cool, like the chain, the City Stars chain. Yeah, like look
Oh,
at that
this- okay, yeah.
swag. Like I
a
thought
kid
it was the
right there,
coolest look when I was growing up. I mean, there's multiple eras. I could say like the girl era was dope.
No, but
like,
your favorite.
This is my favorite because this is when I just started skating. So this is what I thought. And then you would see kids at the skate park that kind of look similar, like young, just like techie, and like look at that.
Fresh.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
nobody was looking like that.
Yeah. You know what's funny about that interview for the 20-year Yeah Right thing was the thing about you, Paul, about wanting to ride for Zero at one point.
Yeah.
That's something I'd never thought that would
Yeah.
even. Yeah. Like I don't think
Yeah,
anyone
that's
saw
a
that.
weird one.
When I first left City Stars, well, you got to think at this time what Zero was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At this time, it was
Still,
still
though.
it was still like fuck.
Look how mad he was. Oh, watch.
Lopez,
I guess whatever.
Greco. I
So
was
the hand.
bummed right there. Mikey was filming this. Yeah, I did want. I was because I thought it would have been cool, like to be the one tech guy on Zero, like stand out, look different, like have baggy pants, and like for some reason in my mind at that time, I thought that would have been cool. Like I always liked their graphics and watched the videos and loved it, but I just thought like, wouldn't it be cool, like if a guy like me was just the one dude on Zero like that, like
Yeah. For
still
sure.
stayed that way.
I love
So-
this part.
See,
This is good.
And how did,
Definitely.
did you have any idea? Sorry, did you have any idea about the Guy Mariano song already being skated to?
I actually spoke about it in our current YouTube video just dropping right now. I did know it because I had the older homies like Nigel, Andy. When I was a kid, back in the 118 days, they would sit me down and make me watch these OG videos. So I watched Video Days. So I knew about Guy. I knew about that song. I knew that part. And so when it came on, I was definitely at that age was like, dude, you don't do that. It's ABD. Like
You are already on that
Like,
game,
yeah.
already on that frequency.
I was like, bro, you're not supposed to, like, what the hell? And I didn't understand the compliment that it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, remember seeing it in the premiere, just like, what the hell, Heath? Like, yeah, Heath, like, what the hell? And
Oh, you
he-
didn't know what song you were
No,
skating
and Heath
to.
was like, bro, he's like, don't get mad at me, get mad at Kareem. Kareem wanted that to be your song. I was like, but it's already you, Guy Mariano used it. Like, what the heck?
Damn, I couldn't imagine
Yeah,
being
man.
at a premiere and hearing that
And
song
then-
and your part for the first time.
But I was just, all I could think about, it's already been used. And then, like, as I got older and understood, like, it's the most highest level compliment one could give you. You know,
Right.
it was such a, it's an honor. And we saw him on the way here.
There you go. There you go.
That's true. I'm gonna tell you, but I was a little conflicted, just
Yeah.
because of where I come from in that sense of like, You already knew that. You
Yeah.
already had it in your mind.
I know you didn't do ABDs.
And I
You
get the
didn't
compliment.
read your songs.
I totally get the compliment, but at the same time, it's like this is a point where you're about to define yourself of who you are on your skateboard, and that song means everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get where he was coming from, but for me at that time, it didn't translate.
Yeah.
And not that it was a disservice, because the skateboarding is skateboarding no matter what.
Oh, I feel you.
You know? So, but I definitely it didn't resonate with me the way that it did with other people. And again, going back to the compliment of it, it was cool. But Paul, you're the only one that could step in those shoes for something like that.
Yeah.
So it's fine in the end of the big scheme of things. But I know when I first saw that, I was like, dude, I was a little disappointed.
I would have
Right.
agreed
Straight
100%
up.
with you. I would have been right on that same page with you at that time. Like, no, no, I can't. I wanted the Outcast song that they gave me, the Outcast
Oh,
song.
that's right.
But that's what I was asking.
What's the Outcast song?
Heath for the Sorry Miss Jackson.
Yeah. And that was the second song.
It's the second song
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
part, you know. But that's the song like I was asking for,
Yep.
So originally it would have been edited to the whole Miss Jackson song.
I guess, or
That's what you
maybe-
wanted,
That's
right?
That's what my vision was for myself.
Right.
Because I remember Beeble inspired me on that song on that album, because we went on a Sacramento trip up there, and that was the first time I got to hang out with Beeble. Because you know, like Kay and Gale, it was a City Star trip. Kay and Gale and some of those other guys knew Beeble, and we went to Sacramento, and Beeble had just got home from a European trip, and we were sitting at that OG apartment where Richard used to live as well. I think it was before Richard
on
used
J
to
Street?
live there. Yeah, the
Yeah.
OG
It was a homie
one.
apartment.
The
Yeah,
big
yeah,
pool
yeah.
table right there, like everything. And I remember Beeble being there, and I was so stoked to see Beeble. I never met him before. This is like, oh my God, like, you know, he just got on Girl, you know, Modus Operandi had came out already, and the Expedition promo with the nollie flip back, nollie flip, kick flip back nose one off that little ledge to fake, and his nollie flip crooks, and then Modus, everything. So I was super hyped, and he was playing that album, playing that song, and then I remember we all kind of picked up the album, and on the drive home from Sac, we were just bumping it nonstop. And Sorry Miss Jackson was just the song that was always just. I was like, I want that one from that trip. Really made a big imprint on me.
Huh.
That's really dope.
sick.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I never
dude.
knew that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Music's a huge thing
really
for
is,
skate
man.
videos. I think it's a lot of music's been used, and I think a lot of sometimes skate videos miss the mark. I think nowadays with
Next
music.
to the skateboarding, the music
Yeah.
is the most important thing.
100%.
I think it's 50-50.
I mean, sometimes.
I mean, it's really three elements: skating, filming, music. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
True.
Don't forget the filming
True,
aspect.
true, true.
But-
sometimes music can actually make the part better than it actually was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Or
Or
it can
vice
make-
versa.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Exactly.
Or it can make it not that good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
No, absolutely. It's major, but with so much video parts coming out nowadays, you're gonna have some that are gonna hit, some are
Right.
gonna miss. But that's what makes the great ones great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And speaking of great, this has been amazing.
Yeah,
you,
This is
been fun, man.
Fun time.
Yes.
Mike.
Wait, we're done?
Yeah.
I told you, you missed your chance.
Oh, what? You're gonna get started right now?
No,
you're
I
gonna
thought we were
You're
still
gonna keep
talking.
going.
Go.
We got to go somewhere?
If you're not
You
gonna
gotta go,
bro.
we gotta go. Do we got to go?
If you, we don't have
can
to.
kick
But
it.
what
We
I'm
can kick it.
saying
You can still
is,
kick it after.
if you
Yeah.
don't, if you don't have anything to say and contribute, like,
Well, I don't know. I
I'm
mean,
doing
Chris,
my
if you
part
would-
over here. Shit.
We're all.
What do you want to do, Mike?
I'm with whatever. I just thought we were still talking here. I was excited. I was gonna ask Dubs if he was at the City Stars premiere.
Did I go to the City Stars premiere? I don't think I made it to the City
So you
Stars
saw
premiere.
it after on
After the
VHS,
fact,
and we're just
yeah,
like, what the
after
heck?
the fact, yeah.
Oh,
Remember,
you're
we
by
were mad
yourself.
late because our limo broke down on the way.
No way.
Yeah, Kareem rented a limo. We were in a limo, and I think it popped a tire or broke down or something
my
on the
God.
way. And the limo company had to we had to wait for another limo to come pick us up and then go. Yeah.
Well-
and I remember being so like, oh, I'm gonna miss my home people park off.
Because
So scary.
Jerron has had that happen to him, having the
the Mary
in
J.
the
song.
the Mary J. Blige song.
Yeah, for the
in
FTC video part. It was a dude from Max Allure,
No, Jonathan Perez.
Jonathan Perez. Yeah. But, hey.
I don't think I don't, honestly.
He probably had no idea.
Yeah,
But I'm
no,
saying, like, that
yeah.
editor must have. And
Carl,
if he didn't,
Carl knew.
Carl definitely knew. There's no way. So, regardless, it's a no-no to do that
I feel
shit.
you.
On some real shit.
Yeah.
I 100% feel you.
I wonder.
But, like, there's
Jonathan still had a rad part, but it's not comparable in that sense.
Especially because isn't he a girl, dude?
No, he's on.
Max Allure.
Max
Oh,
Allure.
Max
Allure.
Shows how much I pay attention.
Look at Lil Dubs.
I know Lil Dubs.
Lil Dubs.
Yeah, man.
Man, this is like a lifetime ago.
It's
How old are you there,
crazy.
Dubs?
16.
I mean, look, you can know by
Look at that, look at that push.
Look at the wheels.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Airwalk Saris, I believe. At
Bro,
the time.
you know what blew my
Wow,
mind?
World Park.
When I found this out, Dubs, I couldn't believe Ethan Fowler was from the Valley and that you guys were in a crew, that you
Oh, that
guys
was like-
were the homies.
Bro, me and Weston.
And you, Wes, and Ethan.
But Ethan came in last minute. Like he learned how to skateboard really fast, and we were tripping.
Wow.
Like really probably started skating for like a year and got good really quick, and got into
Wow.
our little crew, and like, yeah, man, he was on this shop called Blue Alliance with us, and we had a rad team, and we went down to like Pal Skate Zone, and I think at that time that's when I got to meet like so many people, like Chico, York, just from like random spots all over. Usually it was from the Bay, but yeah, dude, what a time, bro.
Yeah,
That was definitely
I remember
a
when
moment.
I think maybe it was Nigel who told me about it. I forget who told me about it, but like at this time I only knew Ethan Fowler Foundation, Ethan Fowler,
Yeah.
like Hesh looking
For sure.
Yeah.
Ethan Fowler, and then like to see like a video of you guys as kids all together hang, I was mind.
Oh, we have
blown. I
like a
couldn't-
whole team video or whatever. Like
yeah,
that.
I couldn't believe, like, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
He's
But
a-
it's so
he's a
funny that you
Valley
bring that
dude?
up.
What?
This dude, like, I don't think he recognized or realized that he was skating with us. You know what I'm saying? Because he has never brought that shit up ever again. I thought that shit was kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, really?
You had like a little crew and then you move on and like you don't say or speak on them dudes at all. I was like, wow, this dude just like was in the little crew for a second and then
Disassociated
moved. And
When would he
disassociated.
have talked about it? Like in interviews or like different?
I'm just saying, like, if you come from a place and you're skating with myself and Weston at that time,
Yeah,
like, there's a story there.
Sure.
But I
For sure.
also no, we didn't know that until like recently about you. You never said it.
I've brought that shit up numerous times.
Well,
Like,
I told the show.
No, in the show,
In the show.
maybe I haven't brought it up in the
Yeah.
show, but like I think I have. And even
In,
if
like,
I didn't,
interviews?
I thought that
Oh.
this shit was a little funny. That you have all these like beginning moments of like
Right,
really
right.
establishing yourself, and then like you ain't got shit to say about that.
We're gonna get him on the show.
Ethan,
Let's
come on
get
the
him.
show.
Talk about it.
Let's get him.
Yeah.
I would.
Wow.
I haven't seen that dude since then. On some
Wow.
real shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember
Since those
one
days.
time I saw
That's-
him. I think it was at some.
And
Video
if I did,
premiere
it
or
was like
something.
very rare. Sorry to cut you off.
No. I'm just saying I saw him one time way back when at some video premiere, and I were like, "Oh man, dude, I didn't know you're from the Valley. Like, I didn't know you used to hang out with Dron and Weston. Like, I remember he was like." I remember he just was like, "Oh wow, you know about that? You heard about that?" Like, yeah, he was like surprised that I knew for
That's
sure.
what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
But,
so it's been on the low, and not to say I've brought that shit up. Like, I skated with Ethan. Like, I was a big fan. Not that I am a big fan of his skateboarding, and still, but he really got good really fast, man. And I
Yeah.
don't know if it was because he was skating with us. I'd like to say, yeah, we all kind of helped
Well, for
each
sure,
other
your
elevate.
crew,
Yeah,
pushes
big
you
time.
for sure.
It was a different type of skating too. He kind of developed into, right? Like
Yeah.
Yes, because
Yeah.
when he was skating with us, like he was just doing like what we were doing, and then he started to evolve and have more transition skills, and but again, hands down to Ethan Fowler, bro. He definitely was an impact on my life within the Valley, obviously, and I hope he's doing well right now.
We'll get him on the show, man.
Straight
We
up.
gotta,
Yeah, that would
we
be
gotta,
really
we gotta
cool.
confront this head on.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk to him about it.
Hit him with a FaceTime.
FaceTime him, Mike. FaceTime him, man.
FaceTime Ethan
FaceTime
Fowler.
him,
Let's have a
FaceTime him.
conversation. The Godfather's here.
But again, this has been amazing, dude. You guys are welcome back anytime,
Thank
dude. This
you.
is always so much
He's
fun.
so
Oh,
bummed
bro,
right now.
yeah.
I told you.
No,
I'm
you're
not
good.
Bummed.
You're good.
I'm not bummed. I had a
Shit.
great conversation.
What conversation?
We had a great
did you have?
conversation.
I mean, we all had a conversation.
No, it was good. Hey, congrats on the YouTube stuff and
Thank you.
Yes,
putting
dude.
yourself out there like that, and it's fun to watch. I
Thank you.
really like it, and we're gonna have to collab soon on a little YouTube thing. You know what I mean?
Chris, I'm down. You know I'm here.
Yes.
I'm here. If you guys need me here, you need me on the YouTube
Actually,
channel.
we
you
might
know I'm
need
there.
you in a week or so.
Where?
Here,
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I'm
Kelly's
going
gonna
to
be gone.
Australia, so
9 Club
Oh.
Live.
Boom.
might
Sick.
might-
Yes,
We'll
he's
just
available.
All right, perfect.
We'll handle that right now. You're in or you're in.
All right, you're booked. You're done.
Hey, this might be a Tom Brady situation when your first string goes down and you put me in. You know,
Right, all right.
I might do so good. It might not be a spot for him when he gets back, man.
Wait, what day is this? We gotta pencil
you're
this in.
right.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Either this
Thursday at 5.
This show
Either-
will probably air after that show.
Right, but it's
Yeah.
okay though. Well, so the people will know if Paul showed up or not.
Thursday at 5.
Thursday, either this
Check
Thursday
my
or next
schedule.
Thursday.
Yeah.
2 Thursdays. in a
Thursday
row.
the
This
5th.
next
The next
5th
Thursday?
or the next one after.
Either or,
Okay.
whatever you're available for.
Probably the 5th or the 12th.
5th of the 12th.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we'll see.
Luckily, my schedule seems
Yeah.
kind of clear right now.
Hopefully, we'll leave a comment below in the just if Paul was there or not in the 9 Club live show. You know what I mean? But no, it's been great. Can we get him some?
gear?
Yeah, get him some.
Yeah.
We're gonna get you a couple
Don't
things
forget
to
to
take home
subscribe.
real
Sold out
quick.
right now.
Don't forget to subscribe to
No,
both
we
our
got
YouTube
some.
channels.
We got some Yeti stuff.
Like and
Oh yeah,
subscribe.
comment,
subscribe.
like,
You already know.
subscribe. I got to get that
Couple Yeti things.
little setting.
But
Okay.
people know. People do it. No, it's great. I like the.
What's up, Raj?
Everyone's just
It's just moving
That's it.
around.
Act casual, guys. Act normal.
Don't look
act
at
normal.
him. Don't look at him.
we got a random Roger walking through the living room here.
Random Roger. No, just getting you some Yeti stuff because we got a bunch of it. and we want to spread the
baby.
love.
Spread the
you
love.
Let's
know?
go.
But
I need dude.
Yeah.
To go for the
for the
coffee.
car.
for sure.
Oh
that
my
wasn't that
lord.
hard.
thanks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's tough.
First of all, no, it's cool. It's
Do
cool.
we not get 2 coffee mugs, or
It's,
do I take
you
yours?
could get, you can have. No. I need this one. No, we'll get one.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why. Mike, Spanish. Dude.
Senior.
Costa and Elliot, whatever.
Chris.
You're just gonna grab it like okay.
Sorry.
You want that one?
This one
you
looks
want that
good.
one?
Oh, he's the biggest product.
He's
Well, I got one for to give to your girl too. So
Okay,
it's
so
like, yeah,
we're
yeah,
sipping. This is us sipping on the 9 Club. Like and subscribe. Yeti.
yeah. No, you sold it right there for
My
sure.
man. My man.
Paul.
a great
Here you go.
website.
Here you go, Mike. Take this one too.
Thank you,
Take that
thank
one
you.
too.
Yeah,
You got that.
I don't care what the product is. If you're a brand and you want to send a box to Mike, he'll take it. Doesn't care. Tampax. If you want to send Mike a box, he would be like, he will be freaking out. Oh, I got the tracking. Oh, the box is supposed to be. Oh, dang it! It came. Oh, I need to go to FedEx and go pick up my box. What box is it? Came in? Tampax. Send me a box. What the fuck you care about a Tampax box for, Mike? Hey, bro, they sent a box. I gotta go get it.
Hey, whoever wants to send a box, send the box.
Yeah.
I got a box coming today. I think I got a box coming next week.
What do you got? Who's got a?
iPhone 15 next.
Oh, that's
There
different.
we
You
go.
bought
Get
that.
him.
Yeah.
Ah, shout out Apple. They sent it to me.
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I paid for it.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Listen.
Hey, quote from you that
works.
Anything is possible.
See?
I know it's simple.
Didn't you remember
Yeah.
Nautica was sending you stuff? Remember I said
You said like, hey, reach out to him, do blah blah. Next thing you know, I'm starting getting close from Nautica because he was the one that was like,
And then
dude,
wait.
hit him up.
And
How
then
come
what
you
happened?
never give me pep talks?
Dude, I
like
remember
that?
the first time I got a box.
Pep talk.
You
was-
never give me pep talks.
That's not true. You guys sit here and bro it down for a long time.
No,
Every
you-
time I
I'm
see you guys
giving
together,
him fucking pep talks.
He did at the
That's
green room.
thing.
The green room, he was
Oh.
giving me pep talks. But we were going back and forth. We might have a pep talk after this.
well, we're gonna need to have a pep talk next time you come on this damn show. We need you to show up. We need you to talk. We need some
But see,
stuff out of you.
if I say everything now, I won't have enough for the next time.
Hey.
no,
So I'm going to be on the next time. That's what I'm saying.
no, you're not gonna get invited back because now they see. Oh, we brought this guy on. He fucking.
Yeah, it was kind of a dud.
he was
No,
a
it
dud.
wasn't.
He's
It
not
was-
coming back.
Yo, pep talk with Spanish Mike on the 9 Club.
Boom.
What are you gonna say?
Yeah, what's the
All right.
You know what?
first
You know what?
advice?
Who need-
We'll pass. We'll pass.
Give me-
Hey, thank
yeah,
you guys
thank
so
you.
much.
Appreciate it.
Hey, all right, man. We're out of here.